ഹലോ ഗേയ്സ്, എല്ലാവർക്കും വെൽക്കം. കുറച്ച് വൈകിപ്പോയി. Many friendly please. ബയോ എല്ലാവരും വന്നാൽ നടക്കൂല. SCME മച്ചാനെ പറയടാ. ഡിയർ റിമെമ്പർ മീ ക്രിസ്ത്യൻ പിന്നല്ലാണ്ട് സൂയി. യെസ്, ചെറിയ നിന്ന സുഖാണ് ബ്രോ. ബ്രോക്ക് സുഖല്ലേ? ഫസ്റ്റ് മാച്ച് എന്തേ? ഓഫ് ചെയ്താ? റൂമിൽ പോയി ജുവൽ. നെക്സ്റ്റ് മാച്ച് തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടുള്ളൂ. ഫസ്റ്റ് മാച്ചാണിത്. എല്ലാവരും ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കി, തുരുതുര ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കി. ചക 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 ചകാന്ന്.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So we're very much on the way now. Ronaldinho, the man who you could say was the man once upon a time.
Yeah, certainly wasn't the noughties. So many games where his magic just shone.
And of course there was that really famous game in November of 2005.
I know the one you mean. One of the most dominant performances by an away side in Madrid. He was absolutely instrumental in securing that 3-0 win.
And what a couple of goals he scored. Individual masterpieces, the pair of them. He just tied them up in knots.
Yeah, the defence was described as showing no guts and no attitude, but I think that's harsh. I think we've got to focus on Ronaldinho. He was simply too good on that day, and nobody, and I say nobody, would have fared any better.
Eto.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
The referee's awarded a free kick. The referee has
നുസൈബ ബ്രോ
temptation to
ഇന്നലെ
go to his
വന്നില്ല,
pocket. It's just a
പേടിച്ചു.
stern lecture.
നീയാണ് പേടിച്ചു പോയത്.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. So he's plotting something before playing it in. That is some save from Khan. Chance, surely. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
പേടിച്ചൊറങ്ങി നീ.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And this is Ronaldinho. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Van Bouten does well not to be outdone there. Ronaldinho couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Davids, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Mbappe. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic!
Yep.
Denied brilliantly.
Ibrahimovic is offering a wry smile there.
Van Bouten makes the interception. Now it's Eto'o. And it's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's going for goal! Oh, he gave that man
എന്തോ
almighty
ഒരു
help.
Yeah, it didn't come off,
പ്രശ്നമുള്ളത്.
but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
And no, he's seen through all of that. Oh, lovely bit of skill. And this is Messi, and he's definitely onside. Well, now it's a
Foul.
racing ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though. The whistle's gone, and that's
No.
it for the first half.
Gamer. Hi bro,
It's a
welcome.
half of could haves and should haves, but as the whistle
Zaiba,
blows, we remain
Zaiba.
where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
നീ കേറണം. ഇന്ന് നീ
So,
കേറണം.
nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And the finish! Arsenal are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave.
Oh, what a great chance! And that's a good finish.
ഇന്നലെ 1-1 ഡ്രോ ആയിരുന്നു. ഇന്ന് ഞാൻ പൊട്ടിക്കണം. നടക്കില്ല. മിലൻ
And that was as
Revenge
close to
ആണ്.
certain as can be.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Mbappe! Shot a goal! And it's come back out to him. And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
ഏ,
And he's only too grateful to
Yeah,
capitalise
ഒന്നുമില്ല.
on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
Number 9,
വാ റിവെഞ്ച് ഒന്നുമില്ലാന്ന്. ഓ ഓ ഓ ദേ ചെക്കൻ ബാക്ക് അടിച്ചു പോയല്ല. ഇത് ജസ്റ്റ് ഫണ്ണല്ലേ? ഇതിനാണ് ബാക്ക് അടിക്കണത്. ഫസ്റ്റത്തെ ആള് പേടിച്ച് ബാക്ക് അടിച്ചു പോയി. അതാണ് ഞാൻ മര്യാദ കളിക്കാത്തത്. പിള്ളേരൊക്കെ പേടിക്കും. ഇല്ലെന്നുണ്ട് മോനെ. തരാ. ലൈക്കടിക്കണം എല്ലാരും പ്ലീസ്. ഞാൻ പിള്ളേരെ നിർത്തട്ടെ. ന്യൂസൻ ഇബ്രാഹിമോവിച്ച് രണ്ടുപേരും മതി.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The
QS
conditions
Michael.
contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury and providing analysis and expert
അടുത്ത കളി ഞാൻ കേറി പൊട്ടിക്കണ നടക്കൂലടാ.
It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. We are just getting started.
നടക്കുന്ന അൺബീറ്റബിൾ ആണ് ഞാൻ. അൺബീറ്റബിൾ. തേങ്ങലടാ മാങ്ങ. നീ കണ്ടോ? നീ കേറണ ഓർമ്മ ഉണ്ടാവുള്ളൂ. നീ
De Ligt gets across to intercept that. Messi running with intent. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Big chance! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Had the whole picture.
It's Eto! Eto has got himself a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. Not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former.
Roberto Carlos! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
And we have our very first corner. Impressive job. And that's in. A game of thrills.
മുഹമ്മദ് പറയടാ.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
So well played, Peter. Did a great...
Ibrahimovic! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic! A finish right from the top draw. And the comeback is complete. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
And now he has two. Milan leading now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And he's in on, and Messi! Now, who's going to be first to this? Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Messi. He's going for goal!
വെറുതെ അടിക്കണങ്ങട്.
Oh, that was vital. Dembele. Bellingham. Roberto Carlos. And he's worked it through. That has been cut short. Vieira. And it's Messi. That's a little off target. Looking for the run. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Hernandez is one whose deliveries we all know about. Coming up to half-time, leading and
ഡെംബെലേക്കാണ് വെച്ചത് അത് സത്യമായിട്ടും.
Vieira. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. That is great defending, so alert. Davids. Bellingham has created one goal already.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
That is good alertness. And he's managed to get rid. Messi is wide and looking to get onto this.
ഓ പോയിട്ടത്
And that brings the first
ഓ
half to a
പോയിട്ട്
close.
ഔട്ട് വിളിച്ചില്ലേ.
Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat. And all of a sudden, things are looking pretty rosy. And we are up to the break.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderful.
3 പേരും കൂടി സബ് ചെയ്താൽ 600 ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ
And beautifully
600
unpredictable now.
Milan ahead by just the odd goal in 3. It is 2-1 at the interval. And we are back underway. Luis Suarez! What a hit! The save was firm.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
And he's managed to get free. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Vieira. Bellingham. And he's been shifted off it. And it's Dembele. Eto'o currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't...
Luis Suarez! Howson.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
The attendance for this match was 80,953.
Bellingham. Bellingham purring through the gears.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again. Shoots! And yes, it's there!
എത്തി നമ്മൾ ഇങ്ങൊക്കെ ബ്രോ പറയടാ.
What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
അവസാനം നമ്മ വീണ്ടും ഡ്രോ ആയി. ഈ കളി പൊട്ടോ? ഈ കളി ടഫ് കളിയാണ്. മുന്നേറ്റ് എന്നും തോക്കും ഞാൻ എല്ലാ ദിവസവും.
So changes afoot here,
ഇല്ല.
and from both sides, Barcelona drag themselves back again.
നല്ല
This is
നല്ല
to be
നെറ്റാണ്.
expected, Peter, when
നല്ല
you've got
നെറ്റ്വർക്കാണ്.
two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Number 14,
Messi cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Daniel Van Buiten. Number 19.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A
Substitution
piercing
in
stare.
progress.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know.
He's having a pop!
ഗോളായി
He
മതി.
has leathered that.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made
എന്നാ
it look
ശബരി
like
അവിടെ
a dog.
ശബരിയൊക്കെ നിർത്തിയടാ.
Generated that power.
ശബരിയൊക്കെ
Bellingham. Can he get it through? That is hit. Oh, good effort! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Barcelona have their lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now. Barcelona can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Oh, we expected
2
better, and so did he.
minutes has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Now, can they get him away? And that's that. Milan pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Your reflections then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside.
ഒരു മിനിറ്റ്. ഒന്നും പറയാനില്ല. ആ ഒന്നും പറയാനില്ല. എന്ത് പറയാൻ? അറുന്നൂറായ? യെസ്. ഇല്ല, മുട്ടാനുണ്ടോന്ന്. ഞാനാരും തോപ്പിക്കലടാ, എനിക്ക് തോപ്പിക്കാനുള്ളതാണ്. ഇടയ്ക്ക് 600 സബ്ബായി. ഓ, ഇത് നമ്മുടെ വിജയമാണ്.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building
എല്ലാവരും സപ്പോർട്ട്
very
ചെയ്ത
nicely
എല്ലാവർക്കും
here.
താങ്ക്സ്.
Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The
എല്ലാവരും എന്നും
skies are
വരണം,
clear, the noise is
എന്നും ഇങ്ങനെ
fervent,
കളിക്കണം.
the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter
താങ്ക് യു,
Turner.
താങ്ക് യു
This is Jim
മിലൻ
Baker.
തോമസ്.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
ചെക്കൻ ഫോമാണ്ടാ, റൂമിട്ടോ കയറാന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്നുണ്ട്.
The San Siro
150
of the
മുതൽ
900th
കൂടിയാണ്.
century, Milan's power base,
അതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ
the
ആരും പോകരുത്,
ultimate
എല്ലാവരും
status
എപ്പോഴും വേണം.
symbol of their glorious history. So straight into the action.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
Roberto Carlos, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he spark a counter here? That's a little off target. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And this is Ronaldinho. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Bellingham. Now it's Forlan.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Zanetti. Quick look, then plays it in. And he's cleared it back out. Forlan! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there.
Thank you,
both reading
game
it
too.
and dealing with it.
മരണം വരെ ഉണ്ടോ എടാ?
Wins the corner.
മരണം
They're
വരെ
first.
എല്ലാവരും വേണം.
Cleared away.
ഞാൻ ഇങ്ങനെ എന്താന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചല്ലടാ.
Milan have the chance to go the other way.
ഇമ്പ്രൂവ്മെന്റ് ഉണ്ട്.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And it's Ronaldinho. Bellingham can see things others simply cannot. Oh, cracking ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically
വേറെ കളിയാണ്
persistent.
നീ
It's
അടിച്ചാ.
almost personal, and it had to be. Forlan unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Ronaldinho. And this is Ronaldinho. He's having a shot! Goal! Uruguay!
ഇതൊക്കെ സെറ്റ് ആവും ആവട്ടെ.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish. Look, if you want to be effective
തോറ്റാലും
in the break,
കുഴപ്പമില്ല.
then the key
പക്ഷേ
element is always
ഞാൻ
pace. That's what
തോറ്റ്
really
എന്തോരം കളി
wins games.
തോക്കണല്ലേ.
And it's difficult to
എന്നിട്ടും
find an
സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ
answer to it,
പിള്ളേരുണ്ട് കേട്ടോ.
but
ഞാൻ
it's
വിചാരിച്ചത്
perfect.
ഇങ്ങനെയൊന്നും നടക്കൂല
You felt it
അങ്ങനെയെന്ന്
was
പറഞ്ഞു. അപ്പോൾ
coming.
ഞാൻ നന്നായി
1-0.
ജയിക്കാൻ കൂടി ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞ്
It's so
കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ
often the case with
നല്ല
goal
സപ്പോർട്ട് ഉണ്ടാവും.
scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang. Now it's Ronaldinho. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Eto'o. Played into space, and that was nowhere near his best. Messi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to
There
get
will be
enough on
1
the
minute
pass, Peter,
added
did he?
time.
It's Ronaldinho! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Ronaldinho
എന്നാ
really must be
തിരിച്ച
thinking what he has to do to score there.
This
Fadil.
possibly the
Hi,
last
bro.
play of the half.
തിരിച്ചു വന്നാണോ നീ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത്?
Uruguay given
കംബാക്ക് ഉണ്ട്
another
മോനെ. എൻ്റെ മാസ് എൻട്രി എല്ലാവരും കണ്ണ് തുറപ്പിച്ച് നോക്കുന്ന
so
നിമിഷം.
third corner of the game. Cleared without hesitation. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Milan unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. Down to business again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself to...
He's had a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Mateus. Still no way through. Real chance! And here's Neymar. Neymar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Ball tries a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Rui Costa. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances.
There's the shot!
Yeah.
Well taken goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for.
ഗോൾ കീപ്പറിനെ വെട്ടിട്ട് ഇഞ്ചറി ആക്കാനാ.
Crossed the error and extracted the maximum
ഇതിനിടയ്ക്ക്
punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter.
One
You
show
get
going.
press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He'll learn from it.
And this is Ronaldinho. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Takes a shot! Ronaldinho! Wow! A finish finish right from the top draw. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, of course, it's great.
Rui Costa! Yes! His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness.
അപ്പോൾ ഇന്നലെ എനിക്ക്
You don't
എൻ്റെ
keep
ഒപ്പം
those
കളിക്കാൻ
outs.
പറ്റിയില്ല.
He
ഇന്ന് കളിക്കാം,
knew.
നല്ല
He
രസമുണ്ട്.
just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when
കളിക്കാം.
you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. The pressing's intense and it's paid
There
off.
will be 3 minutes
Now
added
looking to
time.
orchestrate a counter. He's in a great position here. So much time and space here. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. And that will be it. A tale of two teams.
മുഹമ്മദ് ഹലോ ബ്രോ, ഹായ്,
irresistible,
വെൽക്കം.
unstoppable.
കളിക്കണാരം കൊണ്ടാ
The
നോക്കാത്തത്.
other fragile
4 ഗോളൊക്കെ
and
കിട്ടിയിരിക്കുമ്പോ
seemingly
എങ്ങനെ
clueless.
അടുത്ത്
Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there was a
cricket
distinct
അടുത്ത
lack
wifi,
of
join
clarity or
നീ പോടാ. പൊട്ടിക്കുന്നവനാവട്ടെ കേട്ട അപ്സ് കിങ് ഓഫ് ഗെയിം ചിരിക്കണ. സ്ഥിരം റൂമാണോ? അല്ല, വേറെ റൂം. സ്ഥിരം റൂമില്ല ഇനി. അനസ് നേരത്തെ ആരാർന്ന് വന്നേ? മിലൻ തോമസ് ഇടയടുത്തമ്പി. അതോ മാറ്റോ? ഇനി നാളെ പൊട്ടിക്കാണ്. സെട്രേന് ഓർമ്മ വേണം. അക്ബു അക്ബർ. ഭയോ കളിച്ചോക്കാം അടുത്ത മാച്ച്. അക്ബർ ഇങ്ങനെ അടയാളം പറ. 4 ഗോള് കടയാടി. അല്ല, ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കടാ. അണ്ണന്റെ ജി കെ സീനാണ്, ഒന്നും പിടിക്കണില്ല എന്നല്ലേ? G0 പിന്നെ കളിച്ചാർന്ന് കൊറേ പേരായിട്ട് പരന്ന്. എനിക്കൊന്നും ഓർമ്മയില്ല. വെടിയുമ്പൊക്കെ ആയിരുന്നു. എന്താ ഭയം ഇരിക്കട്ടെ, ഒരു ഭയവുമില്ല. അങ്ങനെയല്ലേ, എന്നും അങ്ങനെയൊന്നല്ല, വല്ലപ്പോഴും മാത്രം അങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടാവാറുള്ളൂ. ഈ കളി കണ്ടോ നീ? ഈ കളി എനിക്ക് വേണ്ടി മാത്രമുള്ള കളിയാണ്.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise
ആ
of
ഒരു
a match that will really get the juices flowing.
അങ്ങനൊന്നുമില്ല. നീ
Peter Drury, and seated in the
എന്നെ
expert hot
പരത്താൻ ഇനി
seat
പറ്റൂല.
is our man Jim Beglin.
മെയിൽ അയച്ചിട്ടാണ് ഞാൻ വന്നേക്കുന്നത്, മെയിൽ അയച്ചിട്ട്. ബ്രോ ഇന്നലെ കളിച്ച് ഓർമ്മയുണ്ടോ? ഇവിടെ ഇന്നലെ ഈ ഒരു അടയാളം പറ, എന്നാലും ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഓർമ്മ വരും.
The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one.
ഇടയ്ക്ക് സീനാട്ട കളി.
Things already rolling.
I think it's only right for me to respectfully acknowledge Fabio.
Real chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
ബ്രോ ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി ഉണ്ടാ?
We have our very first corner.
ഇല്ലെന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാ എനിക്ക് മാത്രം തോപ്പിക്കാൻ പറ്റുള്ളവനാ.
He's rising! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence...
And the shot! And that's a
Ah.
good finish. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis
ഇയാളുടെ
of the
കാലിൻ്റെ
goal
ഇടയിൽ
should
കൂടിയേക്കുന്നു.
take a back seat to the importance
വിട്ട്
of
തരാനാണെന്നാ ഉണ്ടേന്.
committed reaction. This is
എന്നിട്ടിരുന്നോ?
wonderful to watch.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Barcelona restore parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Oh, that's a key interception. Ibrahimovic played out to the left flank. Ibrahimovic. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Driving on and making good progress. Beckenbauer does really well to win the ball there. Messi running with intent. And here's Ibrahimovic. Koundé defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham! Goal! Milan! And again they hit the front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan leading now. 15 minutes till half-time. Now that's well seen too. Bellingham going face-to-face with his great rival. Roberto Carlos. He's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Davids. Pele ploughing through the middle. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's had a shot! Well taken goal. They've done it again.
തിയറി ഗോൾ. ആ മനസ്സിലായി, അന്ന് നിപ്പില് ഒരു ബുള്ളറ്റ് അടിച്ചതല്ലേ. മനസ്സിലായി. ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ പറയണം. ഓർമ്മ ഉണ്ടാവില്ലടാ, സത്യമായിട്ട് എനിക്ക് ഓർമ്മ ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. അത് നിങ്ങളെ എന്തിട്ടാണ് മറക്കണോണ്ടല്ല, അത് എനിക്ക് അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു പ്രശ്നമുള്ളതുകൊണ്ടാണ്.
Barcelona drag themselves back again. Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly
There'll
equal
be 3
standing.
minutes
The
added
outcome
time.
should all come down to finishing. Bellingham. Oh, there's a probing ball. Neymar is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. So, a temporary halt to the action. Milan are finally getting a much-needed
Open
break.
eyes
It's been
കളിയാണ്.
absolutely breathless stuff so
Bro,
far.
go hi bro.
It is quite a game,
3
breathless and laced with
Steering.
excitement.
Hi bro.
It's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed
കാണുന്നുണ്ടോ?
it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
താനല്ല ഞാനിരിക്കണ്. എടാ മെസ്സേജ് കിട്ടുക ക്ഷമിക്കണോട്ടാ. 600 സബ് കഴിഞ്ഞു. സബ് കഴിഞ്ഞു. ഓ അടുത്ത് ഞാൻ വരാം. ഒരു സർപ്രൈസ് ഉണ്ട്. അമൻ, എന്താണ് സർപ്രൈസ്? ഒന്നല്ല നൈസ് കളി മില്ലനെ, ഞാനാണ് നൈസ് കളി. ദൈവം കൊടുക്കണാണ്.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk. Out towards the flank. Swings in across. No, he didn't quite meet it right. Cruyff. And Cruyff!
ഗോളെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചിട്ടാ
He's got away with one there. It's really well
വന്നിട്ട്
read.
കാണിച്ചു തരാം.
Having
ഓ
done the hard part,
ഡിവൈസ്
he's
ഏതാ
slightly
ബ്രോ? അജു
disappointed not to make more of it.
70 Pro Max. ഓ ബ്രോ അത് തന്നെ സീരിൻ മീർ. ഹായ് ബ്രോ.
Robertson. Neymar quietly revving up. Neymar scooting forward. Neymar, he's got away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Picked out brilliantly. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
ഹിൽ.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And this is Owen. He has found the way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
നടുക്കടാ.
Takes a shot.
ഇവർഗാന വെറുതെ നിർത്തിയാന്ന് വിചാരിച്ച
Will simply have to tip his hat to the keeper
കാശ്
here
കൊടുത്ത്
because that was
നിർത്തിയേക്കണാണ്.
a magnificent save. We expected better, and so did he. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And here's Ibrahimovic. Can he get on the end of this? Decent chance!
അയ്യേ
And how did he
പുറത്തേക്കടിച്ച്.
not put that away? That
ബ്രോ
could
ഫോർമാൻ
get
ചേഞ്ച്
very
ആക്കി കൂടെ?
difficult
ആക്കണം.
chances.
ഇന്നലെ
That just can't be
പിള്ളേരടിച്ച്
wasted.
പരത്തി വിട്ടപ്പോ ഞാൻ ഗതികേട് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയാണ്. 1K സബ് ടൂർണമെന്റ് വെക്കി. അതെനിക്ക് നിങ്ങളുടെ സഹായം വേണം. എന്നെ കൊണ്ട് ഒറ്റയ്ക്ക് പറ്റില്ല. ആദ്യമായിട്ടൊന്നും ചെയ്യാ. അതെ അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാ ടൂർണമെന്റ് വയ്ക്കാനായിട്ടേ. ഫസ്റ്റ് ഞാൻ വീട്ടിലിരിക്കേണ്ടടാ. ഞാൻ ഈ നൈറ്റ് മാത്രം വന്ന് നടക്കൂലല്ല, എല്ലാരെ കൊണ്ട് പറ്റൂല.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. It's gone out for a throw-in. And no, he's seen through all of that. Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved. Cantona! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. That's really well cleared. This is intriguing. Next goal critical. Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won. And here's Ibrahimovic. And the finish! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Baresi
minutes
did well
has
to
been
emerge with the
indicated.
ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he's managed to get free. Neymar plays it in.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
And there
Draw
goes
match.
the final whistle. Decent game of football. That
എല്ലാരും ലൈക്ക്
intense,
അടിക്ക്
intriguing,
ഫാസ്റ്റ്
and both sides,
തിരുത്തുര
as it
ലൈക്ക്
turns
അടിക്ക്.
out, unable to be separated. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, a
Hello,
decent draw,
attendees.
Peter,
This
with a
is
good
a
mix of
lost
action and
children's
plenty of
announcement.
talking
Would
points,
the father
and it
of a
ended with
boy
the right
in a
result, in
blue
my
hat
opinion.
kindly make his way to the
Many
information
thanks to
centre.
Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
ശരി എന്നാ നാളെ വരാം. ഓക്കെ ബ്രോ. നെക്സ്റ്റ് ഷാമിൽ. എല്ലാവർക്കും ചാൻസ് ഉണ്ട്, എല്ലാവർക്കും അവസരമുണ്ട്. ഒരു ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കും. ഓഫ് ഗെയിമർ പറയടാ. കളിച്ചൂടെ എടാ? അതിൻകേ പോയോ? ഇല്ലടാ, വേറെ ഫോണിന്റെ അടുത്ത് വെച്ചപ്പോ മറ്റേ ഇതായതാണ്. ഏത് സാധനം? ഒന്നില്ലേ? ഇപ്പൊ ശരിയായില്ലേ? ഞാൻ വന്നു. എല്ലാവർക്കും വെൽക്കം. ആരോ വിൽസൺ. റെഡി ആയില്ലേ? കേക്കണില്ലേ? ഓക്കെ അല്ലേ? സ്ട്രീമിന് വേറെ പ്രശ്നമൊന്നുമില്ലല്ലോ? പറയടാ ആരെങ്കിലും. അമ്മൻ റെഡി പ്ലേഡ്. കട്ടായിട്ടൊന്നുമില്ലല്ലോ. ന്യൂ റൂം. സെയിം റൂം വേണ്ട, ന്യൂ റൂം ഇടാം. അതാണ് എന്തുകൊണ്ടും നല്ലത്. എമ്പല്ലൊക്കെ എവിടെ കിടക്കണാവും.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history.
മാറ്റാൻ മറന്നുപോയി. ഇല്ല, അവിടെ കിടക്കട്ടെ. സബ് അയാൾക്ക് ഈ 3000 കോയിൻ സെറ്റാക്കടാ. 1K അതെന്തോര സമയമുണ്ട് ഇനി. ബെന്നി ബ്രോനെ അറിയോ? ബെന്നി
So off we go then. Oliver Kahn, a huge man with a huge presence and a big voice in the game.
And big in intensity too. Such a fierce...
Gets his head on it! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
ഞാൻ നെക്സ്റ്റ് കയറും. കയറിക്കോ.
Xavi. Oh, it's Dembele. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now there's a fight. It's Ibrahimovic! Could move up
ഇല്ലിറ്റി.
again. Xavi. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Davids. Rijkaard. Costa Curta. And it's Gullit. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Bellingham! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Oh, they're just
എനിക്ക്
unrelenting.
കഴിവറിയാത്ത ആരാടാവും.
Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായിട്ടില്ല ഒന്നാമത്.
Dembele. And the pass is intercepted. So it is still 0-0. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
See?
Khan claims it without any fuss. Xavi.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's got away. Nice bit of trickery. Bellingham did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! He's keen, determined to have his say.
ആരാണത്? എനിക്കറിയില്ലല്ല.
Milan
ആരാണെന്ന് പറ.
their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Getting up there! But he's left disappointed.
Pele certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
For 2 days continuous plucking. എന്നാലും ഇന്നേലും ജയിക്കുമെന്നല്ലേ? ഇനി ജയിക്കോടാ. ഇന്നിനി ഇവിടെ വരണമാതിരി
Really
ഇനി ആരും
look like
ജയിക്കില്ല.
a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He is through here. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Albert Ferrer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Looking for a runner. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Shot a goal! Delicious from Jude!
Well, who saw that coming? I honestly thought, Peter, that we had nothing to do apart
Sinimela.
from just counting the clock down as we approach
ഉറപ്പിക്കാവോ?
half-time.
ഉറപ്പിക്കാം.
It was majestic.
നീ ജയിക്കൂലെന്ന്.
One sweeping
നിന്റെ
finish.
പേരെന്തായിരുന്നു?
And that is
നീ
all
കയറുമ്പോ
you can
പറയണം.
hope for. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps.
4-0 തൊട്ടതല്ല, ഇപ്പ മുതൽ
Milan
Just a quick
currently
announcement, it is
behind
now time
by
for our
1-0
ഈ
special
കളി
at
മുതൽ.
the break.
Please grab the tickets you were given when you were
Well,
walking
let's
through
not
the
beat
gates.
about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we are back underway.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And it's Dembele. Threads one in. Well, played right into his path. Terengganu can breathe again. Just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance.
ഉൾഗനൊക്കെ ഇന്ന് കലക്കും ഞാൻ. അനന്തൻ ഹായ് ബ്രോ.
Corner number 2 then.
അച്ചുട്ടി, അച്ചുവൈട്ടി, അച്ചു
Towering header.
എല്ലാരും എൻ്റെ ചാനൽ ന്യൂ പോസ്റ്റ് ഇട്ടേക്കുന്ന അതും കാണും.
Have their equaliser.
ആകെ ഇവിടെ 10 പേരേ ഉള്ളൂ. നീ അവരെ വിളിച്ചോണ്ട്
They
പോയി.
had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well
The
played,
attendance
Peter.
for this
Did a
match
great
was
job keeping sight of the ball.
81,007.
Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
അയ്യേ,
And that would have been some goal.
Hullet certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now they can spring out of defence. Pele conjures time and space where few can. Bellingham. Pele. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
കാട്.
And no surprise, that's a booking.
ആകെ 1 വ്യൂ ഉള്ളൂ, അതുകൊണ്ടാ. ചെക്കൻ്റെ വീഡിയോ എല്ലാവരും പോയി കാണണ്ട. ചെക്കന് വ്യൂ കയറട്ടെ, എല്ലാവരും രക്ഷപ്പെടട്ടെ.
And here's Eto. Pull it. Rijkaard. Rijkaard simply refused to be outdone there. That's been slipped through. Can he finish? And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Geoff has delivered a really
എന്താ
costly
ബ്രോ
miss. It could have
നമ്മളൊക്കെ
been their last
പിന്നല്ല,
chance to win it.
അതല്ലേ പറഞ്ഞ. എല്ലാരും പോയി ചെക്കൻ്റെ വീഡിയോ ആണ്.
Terengganu have their second corner now.
അച്ചുവൈട്ടി കേട്ടോ, ഗോള് കണ്ടാ ബ്രോ. കോപ്പ് കളിക്ക്, അത് കളിക്കാൻ അറിയില്ലടാ. ഇത് പറ്റണില്ല. ഗോള് കണ്ടാ നീ?
That is fabulous. Just drink it in.
His thinking was lightning fast, his movement was ultra sharp, and his execution,
Yes.
10 out of 10.
അതൊന്നും കൊടുക്കാനില്ല, ഞാനടിക്കുന്ന ഗോളിനായിരിക്കുള്ളൂ ബ്രോ. നമുക്ക് ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി കളിക്കാം. എന്നിട്ട് നീ ആ വീഡിയോ കൊണ്ട് അതിലൊന്നും ഇടരുതിട്ടാ.
Terengganu have their lead.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very
എന്താ
impressive.
ഫൗളില്ലേ?
So can they do it again?
ഇപ്പം കളിക്കും. ഗോള്. ഏയ് നമ്മുടെ ആളും കറങ്ങി ചാടിയിട്ടാ.
There will be a throw in. Drills one in.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
ഇതിനായിരുന്നു.
Diouf.
Terengganu really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And here's Eto. Rijkaard.
Yeah, they were looking for a
There will be
counter-attack.
5
Now
minutes
it's
added
Villa.
time.
He's found a way through. Engages and forces him off the ball. Bellingham. 5 minutes to add. Great vision. Roberto Carlos. Howson is the team's great visionary. That's a good ball out wide. Pele has it out wide and in space. Eto! And he can thump it away. And there
ഓ
goes their
ചലഞ്ച്
last
തരട്ടെ.
chance.
നോ.
Well, this was a game they could so
ബ്രോ
easily
എൻ്റെ
have
ഒപ്പം
won on
കളിക്കോ?
another day, but
ആയിക്കോട്ടെ.
alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal.
ആയിക്കോട്ടെ എന്നാ.
Your
എടാ
reflections
നീ
then,
നിന്റെ
Jerry? Well,
എന്നായിട്ട്
the
കളിക്കണതേ നീ
game
നിന്റെ
just
യൂട്യൂബിൽ
looked
കൊണ്ടിടരുതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞത്.
muted.
നമ്മ തന്നെ
The
നെറ്റ്
Reds
ഇല്ലാണ്ട്
looked
തോറ്റോണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു.
focused early on,
If you have a
and it
ticket.
just
വെറുതെ
created
എന്തിനാണ്
a bit
ആവശ്യമില്ലാണ്ട്.
of a vibe around the whole stadium, and I think this
തെറ്റായിട്ട് നമുക്ക് കളിക്കാം.
performance was one best deleted
ചലഞ്ച്
from
എന്തിട്ടാണ്?
memory
ചലഞ്ച്
by
തരട്ടെ
now.
എന്നാണ് ചലഞ്ച് പറ. അനന്തൻ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ഇട്. ഇതേ വരണേ. എടാ എല്ലാവരും ലൈക്ക് അടിക്ക്. ഫുൾ സപ്പോർട്ട്. ഗോള് ചക്ക ഗോള് അല്ലാണ്ട് എന്ത് ഒരു രസവുമില്ല. ചക്ക ഗോള്. ചാനൽ 1K ആയി ഇന്നലെ. അത് ശരി. എന്നിട്ടാണ് ഒരു വ്യൂ ഉള്ളൂ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞത് നീ കള്ള. തുമ്മു തുമ്മൊക്കെ എവിടേണ്ട കേറ്. ജോർഡ് റെക്സ്. നിങ്ങള് നമ്മളെ മറക്കുന്ന സുമുക്കുട്ട. സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ട് 2.5 ഇയർ ആയി. എന്താണ് അങ്ങനെ സംഭവിച്ചത്? എന്നാ പ്ലീസ് ഒരു കളി ജയിക്ക്. എന്നാ അങ്ങനെ പറയല്ലേ, ഞാൻ ജയിക്കും. എനിക്ക് പവർ വരട്ടെ, എനിക്ക് പവർ വരണം, ശക്തി. ബ്രോ ഷൂട്ടടിക്കാതെ ഗോൾ അടിക്കണം എന്നാ. ഇത് നീ എന്നും പറയണ ചലഞ്ചല്ലേ? അതാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്. ഇവരെ നെറ്റ് ഇല്ലാത്തവരെ കിട്ടിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാലേ ബോക്സിന്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ കൊണ്ടുപോയിട്ട് ഇപ്പുറത്തേക്ക് ത്രൂ കൊടുത്താ ഡിഫൻഡറിന്റെ കാലുമ്പോ തട്ടി ഗോളോ അങ്ങനെ അടിക്കേണ്ടി വരും. പിന്നെ ഹെഡ് ഗോൾ അടിക്കേണ്ടി വരും. എന്നാ നിങ്ങള് ആദ്യം ഒന്ന് ആരെയും വാങ്ങിയിട്ടില്ല. SG ഗെയിമിംഗ് ഹായ് ബ്രോ. ഈ ഫോർമേഷൻ മാറ്റണം ആദ്യം. ആക്കണ്ട അങ്ങനെ. എടാ അത് എനിക്ക് അറിയണ്ടെന്നുള്ള സംഭവം. മെസ്സി ഓർ ഷുയ്. മെസ്സി ഒന്നല്ലടാ. ഫുഡ് കഴിച്ചോ? ഫുഡ് കഴിക്കാറില്ല ബ്രോ. FC.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous evening. The skies are clear. The noise is fervent. The atmosphere frenetic.
ഇതൊക്കെ കാര്യമുണ്ട്.
I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Great ball, and he's in here. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's been hooked away. And he's there to retrieve it. Now it's Pele.
Wait, everyone is
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
It's Pele! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Pele is offering a right smile there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
ഇതൊന്നും താന്നിരിക്കില്ല.
There's the header!
ഇത് കഴിക്ക് ബ്രോ,
Oh, just
ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ
off target.
That's a really
സത്ത് പോവും.
decent chance.
ഏയ് ആവൂലടാ, എനിക്ക് പ്രത്യേക കഴിവുണ്ട്.
And it's Rijkaard. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, there's a probing ball. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Is there any... Bellingham! Mateus can see things others simply cannot. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That's a foul, no two ways about it.
ബ്രോ ഈ കളി ചെയ്യാം ബ്രോ.
That's a booking, always
ചായക്ക്
locked in.
16 രൂപ. എന്തിട്ടാ കാട്ട ചായ വീട്ടിൽ വെച്ച് കുടിക്കണം. എന്ത് കാട്ടാൻ?
Ronaldo going forward. Oh, that's... It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Bellingham scooting forward. Thuram. Cruyff. Approaching the half-hour mark. Mateus. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Bellingham. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, Red, nice interception. Cruyff. Vieri is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Cruyff. Well, that is one way to stop him. Pele. 5 minutes till the break. And he's being shifted off it. And it's Cruyff. Pass is just off target. Davids.
സൂപ്പർ.
Bellingham. And for the first half, that is that. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second
ആരെങ്കിലും
period, perhaps.
ആരില്ല.
Quick announcement.
So
It is
neither
now
side
time for
yet
our
We
off
special
the
can-
mark.
Yes.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Milan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Cafu. Rijkaard. Mateus pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. He's shifting through the gears here. Vieri. Howson was in no mood for any of that. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Tries one from range. Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
The attendance for this match was 81,007.
Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Yeah. Off the post.
എന്താലേ
Oh, that was wicked. A truly wicked effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Bellingham. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Rijkaard. And here's Ibrahimovic. Great vision. Picked out brilliantly. Milan have it back and can go again. Engages and forces him off the ball. And this is Eto. Oh, this looks sharp.
Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
He's got away. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Albert Ferrer gets across to intercept that.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He's well positioned here. Brilliantly cut out.
Chance ആയിരുന്നു അതിനാൽ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ഞാൻ കയറി പ്ലക്കാനുള്ളത് നീ തിരിഞ്ഞോട് നീ കളിച്ച നടക്കൂല നീ ഒരേകളെ സ്മാർട്ടസ്റ്റ് ഓണാക്കൂട്ടാ ഓ 3000 റാങ്ക്
just remains for me to thank Jim Begden alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
നൈസ് ആർത്തി ഇത് ഗുഡ് ഗെയിം നിന്റെ റാങ്ക് എനിക്ക് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു ലൈക്ക് ഇറ്റ് ന്യൂറോ എടാ ഞാൻ അയച്ചല്ലോ തല്ലുടിക്കില്ല നിങ്ങൾ ഫുൾ ലൈക്കടിക്കട എല്ലാരും സെറ്റാക്ക് സപ്പോർട്ട് അശേ അങ്ങനെ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ലല്ല ഫോർമേഷൻ അങ്ങോട്ട് മാറ്റും എൻ്റെ കളി അങ്ങോട്ട് മാറും അയ്യോ സെയിം പ്ലേ അല്ലടാ സെയിം അല്ലല്ല സെയിം പ്ലെയർ ആണെങ്കിൽ ബാക്ക് അടിക്കും സെയിം അല്ലല്ല ആണോ ഓടെ ഞാനിപ്പോ കേറിയതാ സെയിം അല്ലടാ പറയടാ എല്ലാരും പറയടാ അമൽ നെക്സ്റ്റ് മീ പിന്നല്ല എല്ലാവർക്കും കയറാം റൂമയക്കടാ
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
ID
The San Siro
Dark
for
Soul.
nigh on a
The
century,
room I see.
Milan's power base, the
Scary.
ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So straight into the action.
Lionel Messi, Peter. Now, there's a player who could make a mug out of anyone.
Plenty of examples of that, Jim.
Yeah, I remember when his former mentor was managing Germany's winning machine, a machine that had hammered Messi's side 7-0 on aggregate not too long before.
Very different story that night, though. 2 goals in 2 minutes. He was a bit special.
And a few
Messi!
എന്താണത് എന്താണ് അവിടെ സംഭവിച്ചത്
On a planet!
Well, this is already
Eh?
looking
Eh?
rather ominous for
Eh?
the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Rodri carries the ball down the right. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
ഇവിടെ വെച്ചാണ്
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. In by Lampard, towering header! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
പത്ത്
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And a chance!
എൻ്റെ മെസ്സിനോടിച്ചാ
Conjures time and space where few can. Now this could be a chance. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Goes for a shot! Loose ball now, there's a chase on to retrieve it. Getting up there! Against the crossbar! And now a sudden chance to counter. Tries to play it through. Showing great feet there. Costa Curta does well to get it back.
ഓസ്റ്റൻ കട്ടൻ
Nuno Mendes with the cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Bellingham. He's got away. Bellingham closing in on goal.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And this is Eto'o. Eto'o finds himself offside.
വാട്ടുന്നാ എന്ത് വാട്ട്
Milan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
And that has been cleared. Madrid have reclaimed it. Good running, strong and purposeful. No, he is not giving anything away. Good take, and is he in? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Lampard with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Driving on and making good progress. Well, that has not gone well. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
എന്നാ നീ ബ്രോ
Milan
പേടിയാണോ
able
കളിക്കാൻ?
to get back
അബി
into
അടിച്ചു
level terms before
ആരട്
half-time. They trail 1-0.
ബ്രോനെ മാച്ച് കളി
Yeah,
ബ്രോ
you're not
1
getting any
മാച്ച്
points
കളിക്കാടാ.
extra
മുകളിൽ
in
അയച്ച
the
മെസ്സേജ് ഞാൻ
opening
കണ്ടില്ലടാ
split,
അബി,
but
സോറി.
thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game
ബ്രോ
changer.
പേടി, നീ ജയിക്കില്ലല്ലോ.
So that was the first half, and we will be back
ഇപ്പോഴേ
with
ഞാൻ
the
പറയല്ലേ
second half
ജയിക്കില്ല.
shortly. And here is the first touch of the
നമ്മുടെ
second half.
പിള്ളേർക്ക് ഞാൻ തോറ്റു കൊടുക്കും എന്ന് വെച്ച്
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Decent chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
കേട്ട് വരുന്നവർക്ക് സബ് ചെയ്താ അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ തോറ്റു തരും. ന്യൂ സബ്. ഞാൻ തോറ്റു തരില്ലടാ.
Milan have their second corner
ബ്രോ
now.
ഐ ആം ഇംഗ്ലണ്ട് റൈറ്റ് നൗ ബട്ട് യുവർ വീഡിയോ സോ ഗുഡ്. താങ്ക് യു ബ്രോ, താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച്. റിഹു പെസ് ഗെയിമിംഗ്.
Lampard with the clearance. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Messi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Madrid clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
The attendance for this match was
മൈക്കിൾ കണ്ടില്ല.
And out.
അമൽ
Mbappe under
ബ്രോ വൺ
intense
മാച്ച്
pressure.
പ്ലീസ്.
Yeah, better communication
മാച്ച്
and
കളിക്കുന്നമ്മ,
lads in
അത് വേറെ
contact
കാര്യം.
seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
ആദിഷ് എൻ്റെ ബർത്ത്ഡേ വിഷ് ചെയ്യോ? ആദിഷിന് ഹാപ്പി ബർത്ത്ഡേ.
Nuno Mendes.
എത്ര വയസ്സായി?
So Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this
20
team
വയസ്സായ?
as a whole,
അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ ഒരു
Peter.
50 വയസ്സും
Maybe
കൂടി
that's
ജീവിച്ചിരിക്കട്ടെ.
largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Rijkaard. It's a really well-measured ball.
ഇല്ലട്ടാ, 100 വർഷം ജീവിക്കട്ടെ.
Always have been a side that
തമാശ.
are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. Now it's Bellingham. Corner.
ആദിഷിനെല്ലാരും വിഷ് ചെയ്യടാ. ഹാപ്പി ബർത്ത്ഡേ ടു യു. ഇങ്ങടാ കിങ് ഡാർക്ക് സോൾ. ഹാപ്പി ബർത്ത്ഡേ മോനെ. ബർത്ത്ഡേ വിഷസ് ആയി. ആടാ പിള്ളേരൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. എടാ ഇതില് കാണിക്കുന്നില്ല എങ്കിൽ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ടീം പോയവൻ.
substitution.
So third
Oh,
quarter
yeah.
of the game.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Played out wide. Not where it came from. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area.
Well,
Foul.
you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter.
ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കടാ.
I think I do the former in that position.
തട്ടങ്ങട്.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Pele!
Boom.
A finish right from the top draw. AC Milan are all square. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So they have it all to do again.
Milan really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need...
He's having a pop! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Schmeichel getting this one clear.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Shapes to shoot!
ജയിക്കും തോന്നണ്ടാ.
A game of
അഡ്വാൻസ്ഡോ
goals.
സ്മാർട്ട്
This
സ്മാർട്ട്.
might just
Can
do
you
it.
play next match? ആടാ.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan found the way forcibly. That's at the end. Milan have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that
King
little
of
extra
freak.
when they needed it.
King of free kick.
Voted man of the match and
ടെക്നിക്കൽ
deservedly so.
പരമായിട്ട് നീങ്ങിയേ
Today, please take some time
ഞാൻ
So there we
മേലിൽ
have it,
പിടിക്കില്ല.
Jim. A game seemingly destined for stalemate, but then the
Super.
ultimate smash and grab.
Well, I thought only one team could win this, certainly in the last few minutes, Peter. They didn't half make it hard on themselves, but sometimes you just have to win games whatever way you can, and that they did.
ഹംദ ആണാണെങ്കിൽ എന്നിട്ട് വന്ന് ആണാണെങ്കിൽ നീ ധൈര്യമുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എൻ്റെ ഇതിൽ കയറി. ആണാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നീ ഈ ഇതിൽ കയറി, റൂമിൽ കയറി 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 നോക്കാലോ. നീ ആണാണെങ്കിൽ നീ ഇതിൽ കയറിയാ ഞാൻ നിന്നായിട്ട് കളിക്കാൻ വരും. അപ്പം ഞാനുമാണ് നീയുമാണ്. നീ കയറിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ നീ പെണ്ട്. ID പറ, എന്നിട്ടാണ് പേരെന്താണ്? ഞാൻ കയറി കണ്ട. വെയിറ്റ് ബ്രോ, ഇപ്പൊ കയറാം. നിന്നെ കൊണ്ട് നടക്കൂല മോനെ. ആട മോനെ ദിനേശ. ഹംദ നീ നോക്കിയിരിക്കല്ലിടാവുള്ളൂ. ID പറ, കയറുമ്പോ അറിയണ്ടേ. ലൈക്കടി യൂറോ. ഇവരെ പൊടിച്ചു വിട്ടിട്ട് അടുത്ത് വരാം. ബ്രോ ഡിവിഷൻ ബുള്ളറ്റ് ഹെഡർ ഇറക്കാനോ? നോ ഇതന്നെ മതി നിനക്ക്.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the
ഈ
promise
ടീം തന്നെ
of
നിനക്ക്
a match that
ധാരാളമാണ്.
will really get the juices flowing.
ജയിക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ നോക്ക് നീ.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you
ID
very much for that.
വാൾട്ടർ to next match. Okay, bro.
The San Siro
Idea വെച്ച്
will
കയറില്ല.
lie on a
നീ
century
കയറുമ്പോൾ
with that
മനസ്സിലാവാൻ വേണ്ടി.
tower base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So straight into the action. Well, Lionel Messi's last European conquest came in 2015, and what a campaign that was. First leg of the semi-final, Jim, especially so.
Yep, and the second of his goals, where he sat down, toyed with, and utterly humiliated one of the best defenders.
And Messi! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, what has happened here?
King of Pes Adoli.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Barcelona would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? And that is expertly dealt with. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. He won't be happy with that one. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, great defending. That needed doing.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Roberto Carlos getting forward. And this is Ibrahimovic. The ball has bounced loose now. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Aimed beyond the defence. Roberto Carlos.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, no question, that's a foul.
ഫൗളാ? എന്ത് ഫൗള്? എത്ര ഇയറായി കളിക്കാൻ തുടങ്ങിയിട്ട്? ഞാൻ കുറേ പെസ് മുതൽ കളിക്കണാണ്. 17. ഹായ്, അക്കൗണ്ട് തരുമോ? അത് ശരി. നിയാസ്. ഡിവൈസ് ഏതാ? 17 Pro Max. ഇപ്പോൾ നെക്സ്റ്റ് മാച്ച് നേട്ട് വരുമോ? അബിൻ PV.
Milan
പിന്നല്ലാണ്ട്
have reclaimed it.
നേട്ട് വരാണ്ട്.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's only too happy to take that back. Oh, good effort. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And they've got rid. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half time.
വയ്യോ മരുന്ന്.
Pedri. Plays a sharp little ball here. Xavi Alonso. Bellingham. Tries to play it through. That's it, 45 minutes up. A decent enough half.
Ashir
but
7.
neither side able to
Da.
get on the score sheet. Time for
ബ്രോ
some fresh
നെക്സ്റ്റ്
ideas
മാച്ച്
in the
എന്നിട്ട്
second period,
കളിക്കണം. നീ
Reflections on the
റൂമിൽ
first
കയറണം.
half.
ഞാൻ റൂം ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ
To
എന്നാ
disguise the
കളിക്കാം.
fact that they've been poor.
ഓടിട്ട് കയറല നടക്കൂലടാ.
Scoring goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock.
That-
The score 0-0.
ചേട്ടൻ അക്കൗണ്ട് ഞാൻ കുറെ ആൾക്കാരോട്
So into
ചോദിച്ചു
the second half.
തന്നാലോന്ന്.
Well, I suppose from a
Ah,
defensive perspective, Peter,
try ചെയ്യ്.
neither manager
കിട്ടും
can be
ചിലപ്പോ.
too unhappy. I just wonder which team is
Chance
going
ഉണ്ടല്ലോ.
to up the ante first.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Tries a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Luis Suarez, very much a man of this moment.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Looking for the run. No, it's come to nothing.
The
No
attendance for
breakthrough
this
and well
match
into the
was
second period. It is still
80,113.
anyone's game. Xavi Alonso. Rijkaard going forward. Rijkaard. Oh, this is a terrific run. That's good play. Roberto Carlos does well not to be outdone there. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Bellingham. Bellingham powering forward here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now it's Messi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, well measured. And he's in on goal. Shoots! Oh, it's come loose.
ചേട്ടന് വലിയ അക്കൗണ്ട് വേണ്ട, എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു ചെറിയൊരു അക്കൗണ്ടാണ് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്.
Barcelona have their
തിരിച്ചു
second corner now.
ഫുള്ളായിട്ട് ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്യടാ. എന്താണ് നീ ഇങ്ങനെ? എനിക്ക് ആകെ ഒരു അക്കൗണ്ട് ഉള്ളൂ. ഇതന്നെ FTP അക്കൗണ്ടാണ്. പിന്നെ നിനക്ക് എന്ത് തരാനാണ്? ജിക്സൺ ടീം കാണിക്കോ ചേട്ടാ? ഏതാ ടീം? എൻ്റെ ടീം ഇതാണ്. മെസ്സി ഉണ്ട്, പെല്ലുണ്ട്, കുറച്ച് മൂന്ന് പേര് ഇവിടെ കിടക്കണ കുറച്ച് പേര്, ഇത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. കൊണ്ട ടീം ഇത്. കോഡടിച്ച് കയറാൻ പറ്റില്ലടാ.
Substitution in progress.
അടുത്ത കളി നമുക്ക് കളിക്കാം. ആടാ നീ റൂമിൽ കയറണം, അതാണ് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത്. റൂമിൽ കയറ്. നിങ്ങൾ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യണ റൂമിൽ കയറണാരായിട്ട് ഞാൻ കളിക്കും.
Ibrahimovic gets it away.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Chance for a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
ഒരു തവണ കളിക്കാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ കേട്ടോ, ഒറ്റ തവണ കയറരുത്. പിന്നെ
Of the keeper.
പിന്നെ എല്ലാവരും കളിക്കണ്ടേ?
It's a sharp pass. Now it's Villa. Luis Suarez. Oh, well played, well played.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to
There
settle
will
for
be
the
1
draw now.
minute added time.
That's that, the end. So we finish as we started. Try as they might.
മെസ്സേജ് ഒന്ന് വായിക്കാൻ. അല്ല ഞാൻ വായിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്.
How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was
Dixon.
always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining.
ടീം കാണിച്ചില്ലേ നീ പറഞ്ഞപ്പാ? പിന്നെ എങ്ങനെ?
Well,
പിന്നെ
thanks to
എങ്ങനെയാന്ന്
Jim
വെച്ചാ
alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we.
പൊളി.
Good
എനിക്ക്
evening to you.
എപ്പിക്കൊന്നും കിട്ടില്ല. ശാപമൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. വല്ല ട്രിക്ക് ഉണ്ടോ ചേട്ടാ? എനിക്ക് ലക്കിന് കിട്ടിയാണ് ആ ഇബ്രാഹിമോവിച്ച്. 2 ഇബ്രാഹിമോവിച്ച് ഉണ്ട് എനിക്ക്, ഫ്രീ തന്നെ കിട്ടിയാണ്. മൈക്കിളിനെ മാത്രം ഞാൻ കോയിൻ പർച്ചേസ് ചെയ്ത് കറക്കി എടുത്തതാണ്. പിന്നെ ബാക്കിയെല്ലാം ഫ്രീ ആണ്. മെസ്സി, ബിഗ് ടൈം മെസ്സി, പെലെ, എട്ടോ എല്ലാം സേവ്ഡ് കോയിനിൽ കിട്ടിയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ പിന്നെ നാളെയോ എല്ലാ ദിവസവും ലൈവില്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ കളിക്കാം. വേഗം കോഡ് കാണിക്ക്. ഒരു മിനിറ്റ്. നിങ്ങൾ ഇങ്ങനെ വേഗം വേഗം പറയല്ലേ. എനിക്ക് ജസ്റ്റ് മീൻസ് 7 ഷോട്ട് ഓൺ ടാർഗറ്റ്. നീ മിണ്ടണ്ട ഇനി. ജയിച്ചില്ല അല്ല. അപ്പോൾ പിന്നെ എങ്ങനെ കയറുക? കോഡടിച്ച് കയറണം. ബ്രോ റിവ്യൂ ചെയ്യോ? എടാ റിവ്യൂ നടക്കൂലടാ. ഞാനങ്ങനെ റിവ്യൂ ഒന്നും. ന്യൂ റൂം ആട്ടോ. ഓരോ മാച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാലും പുതിയ റൂമാണ് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക. രാഹുലേ ഒന്ന് മുട്ടാൻ ഉണ്ടോ? മിഷി ഹയോ റിവ്യൂ ചെയ്യുന്ന ബ്രോ കോഡ് പറയും. കോഡ് തേനാ, എന്താണ് കോഡ്? ചേട്ടാ നന്നായി വരട്ടെ. ജിക്സൺ നന്നായി വരട്ടെ എന്നാ. താങ്ക് യു ബ്രോ. ബ്രോ ജയിച്ചില്ലല്ലോ. നീ എന്നെ തോപ്പിക്കുന്ന പറഞ്ഞ, നീ ജയിക്കില്ല എന്ന് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ? നീ ജയിച്ചില്ലല്ല, നീ എന്നെ തോപ്പിക്കുന്ന പറഞ്ഞു. പക്ഷെ ഞാൻ തോറ്റില്ലല്ല. ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഉണ്ടോ? ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഒന്നുമില്ല ബ്രോ, നമ്മ തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടുള്ളൂ. ബ്രോ കോഡ് ബ്രോ ഐഡി റിവ്യൂ ചെയ്യോ? രശ്മിയ മെസ്സി ഡിസ്ട്രോയർ ധാരാണ്. അച്ചീവ്മെന്റ് ആണോ? കൺഗ്രാജുലേഷൻ. എടാ നീ ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ പറയും, എനിക്കറിയാം. നിനക്ക് ജയിക്കാൻ പറ്റാണ്ടാവും. കാരണം നീ നെക്സ്റ്റ് പ്ലക്കല് ഇങ്ങനത്തെ പ്ലക്കൽ അങ്ങനത്തെ പ്ലക്കൽ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് വന്നല്ലേ. എന്നിട്ട് പറ്റിയില്ലല്ലോ. അപ്പൊ എനിക്ക് വിഷമം ഉണ്ടാവും. അങ്ങനെ നാട്ടുകാർ മൊത്തം കാണുകയും ചെയ്തു. നീ ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ പറയും. അച്ചീവ്മെന്റ് ഒന്നല്ല ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത് കറക്റ്റാണ്. നീ ജയിക്കില്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ നീ ജയിച്ചില്ല. നീ എന്നെ തോപ്പിക്കും പ്ലക്കും എന്നൊക്കെ പറയട്ടെ. എവിടെ എന്ത് എന്റെ വണ്ടിയൊക്കെ എന്ത്? എന്നായിട്ട് കളിക്കാൻ പേടിയാണെങ്കിൽ അത് പറ. അതിപ്പോ എങ്ങനെയാ? നിനക്ക് എന്നായിട്ട് കളിക്കാൻ പേടിയായിട്ടല്ലേ നീ റൂമിൽ കയറാത്ത്? ബാക്കി എല്ലാരും കയറുന്നുണ്ടല്ല. ഹംദ, ഞാനാണ് മുഷിഹ, നീയാണ് മെസ്സി ഡിസ്ട്രോ. കയറാൻ നോക്കുമ്പോഴേക്കും വേറെ ആള് കയറി. തെറ്റാവും. പിന്നെ തിരികെ വരും. ഇങ്ങനെ വീണ്ടും ഇങ്ങനെ മുണ്ട് പൊക്കിയിട്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ ടൈ 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 എന്ന് രണ്ടടി അടിച്ചു വിട്ടുന്നു.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit
3
by
ഗോൾ
it.
അടിക്കോ? 3 ഗോളാ. ഹംദ ബ്രോ
And in black,
കളിക്കുന്നു.
wherever you turn, the San Siro
ഗോള്
East
പോയിട്ട് ഇവിടെ
is
ഒരെണ്ണം അടിക്കാൻ
certainly
പറ്റുള്ള
up for this one. We're up and running then.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
And he does have a certain X factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Shapes to shoot! And it's hit the woodwork!
ഗോള് 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 ഗോള്. എന്താ ഞാൻ ജയിച്ച എൻ്റെ റിക്വസ്റ്റ് അക്സെപ്റ്റ് ആക്കണം. ലിസ്റ്റ് ഫുള്ളാണ്. ഞാൻ ബുദ്ധി കളിച്ചു.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
നൈസ്.
Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's pulled him up for that challenge.
ഗുഡ് ഗെയിം ബ്രോ. കളി കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടില്ലല്ലോടാ ഇനി. എൻ്റെ അടുത്താണോ? എൻ്റെ അടുത്താണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ കളി കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടില്ല. അല്ലോ കളിക്കുന്നോ?
It's full
will simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
That's where it came from. Rivaldo. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Could be danger here. It's run loose here. McAllister. He's gone for goal. He has hit that forcefully.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the
ഏതെങ്കിലും
target.
ഒരാളെ
It's
കളഞ്ഞിട്ട്
such a shame.
എടാ ഞാനൊരു കാര്യം പറയട്ടെ, ഫ്രണ്ട് റിക്വസ്റ്റ് അക്സെപ്റ്റ് ഒക്കെ ചെയ്യണത് വെറുതെയാണ്.
Uncompromising. Tele venturing down the left. So just a one early goal to report so far.
കാരണം നമ്മ ഇത് കളിക്കണത്
Van Bouten kept his eye on it, and he's there. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Tele, and here's Eto'o, and it's Van Bouten. Played into space.
ലൈവില് മാത്രം കളിക്കുള്ളൂ, ഫ്രണ്ട് റിക്വസ്റ്റ് ആക്കിയിട്ട് ഒരു കാര്യമില്ലടാ. ഞാനതല്ലേ പറയണേ.
Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Well timed, excellent interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Pass is short and sharp. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ 3 ഗോൾ അടിക്കുന്നു, അവനടിക്കും തിരിച്ച് 3 ഗോള്.
Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Now it's Eto'o. Mbappe. Oh, now he can... And the shot! Oh,
Goal.
good finish.
റസ്മിയ ഹൈ ബ്രോ, എവിടെയല്ല ഇടയ്ക്കിടയ്ക്ക് പോണത്? സുഖല്ലേ? പിന്നെ ഡിവിഷൻ കളിച്ചാർന്നോ? ഇല്ലടാ, ഡിവിഷൻ കളിച്ചിട്ടില്ല. പിന്നെ നമ്മുടെ പിള്ളേർ ഇവിടെ ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് വിളിക്കുമ്പോ എങ്ങനെ കളിക്കാൻ? നമുക്ക് അന്നത്തെ പോലെ ഡിവിഷൻ ലാസ്റ്റ് ടൈമിൽ അടിക്കാല. എങ്ങനെ മറ്റേത്
Milan looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half time.
രണ്ടെണ്ണം അടിച്ച്. ചുകം
So the action resumes. That's a lovely pass. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Davids stood his ground strongly. Shot, surely!
3 ഗോള് ബ്രോ. ഡിവിഷൻ 2 അടിക്കണില്ല. ഡിവിഷൻ 2 അടിക്കണില്ല എന്നല്ലേ? ഞാൻ ഡിവിഷൻ 2 കിടന്നിട്ട് നിരങ്ങണ്.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And he's following up. Well taken goal.
ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ആയില്ലടേ. എടാ നീ ആള് ഭയങ്കരനാട്ടാ. ഇത്ര കളി കളിച്ചിട്ട് ഞാൻ ഒറ്റ ഗോൾ അടിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടായില്ല. നീ പറഞ്ഞ് അടിച്ച്. നീയാണോ നീ കളിക്കണത്?
And it's Bellingham. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward.
എന്നെ ഗോൾ അടിപ്പിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി.
Enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Now it's Ronaldinho. Come backwards here. Jorginho. And here's Stoichkov!
ആ
Well taken goal.
നന്നായില്ലേ?
Piercing, piercing, and
ഇപ്പൊ
with
എത്ര
great
റേറ്റിംഗ്?
authority and accuracy, he
എനിക്ക്
forces it
തോന്നണ
through.
1700 ഉണ്ടെന്ന്
I
തോന്നണം.
think we've
ഇല്ലടാ,
got to give
തോറ്റ്
the keeper
1600.
some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
മാക്രിനിയോസ്
So
പരിപാടിനെ
he may be onto
കാണിക്കുന്നു.
something here. Well, that has not gone well. Oh, can he get onto this? And this is Batistuta. Stoichkov. And he's running through. Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, he was on the edge of
കേറിയെടുക്കടാ.
mistake then. He just took on one too many.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking to play him in.
സൂപ്പർ
He's
സൂപ്പർ
through
സൂപ്പർ.
here.
എടാ 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 എടാ,
Stoichkov!
എന്താണ് അയാൾ അവിടെ നിക്കണ്?
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts.
ആവതില്ലാത്ത പാസുകൾ.
Pass somewhat off target. Ronaldinho. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham ventures forward. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, looks a smashing ball. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
നെക്സ്റ്റ് മാച്ച്
Milan with their first
നെക്സ്റ്റ്
corner.
ഞാൻ
Wasn't
കയറാം.
great for either side,
നെക്സ്റ്റ്
actually.
ഞാൻ കയറാം. എല്ലാരും കയറി.
And they've got rid. And now they can spring out of defence. Now that's well seen too. Now, can they get him away? He has found the way through. Otto did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. No, that's been intercepted. Davids, who's set up one goal so far. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Referee looks at his watch and blows his
ഏട്ടാ
whistle.
ഭയങ്കര
So
നീ
smiles
പറഞ്ഞ
all
പോലെ
round
തന്നെ
as they
ആയിട്ടാ.
shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. Mbappe taking in the accolades,
വേഗം
having
കോഡ്
been named
കാണിക്കും.
man of the match.
വേഗം കോഡ്
And
കാണിച്ചാലും നീ
deservedly so.
പേടിച്ചിട്ട് നീ കേറൂല, എനിക്കറിയാം.
Well, after all of that, Jim.
3 ഗോൾ കൊണ്ട് പേടിച്ചിരിക്കല്ലേ. ഞാൻ കേറാൻ പറ്റണവര് കേറും. അന്തക്കുട്ടന് കേറാൻ പറ്റൂല നോക്കി. എന്നാ പിടിച്ചോ. എത്ര മണി വരെ? ഇപ്പൊ എത്ര മണി? 1 മണിയല്ലേ? ഉണ്ട്, 2.5 മണിക്കൂർ ഉണ്ടാവും. 2.5 മണിക്കൂറല്ല കേട്ടോ, 1.5 മണിക്കൂറും കൂടി ഉണ്ടാവും. ഏട്ടാ നീ കേറിയല്ലേ? ചങ്കൂറ്റം. ഇതാണോ ചങ്കൂറ്റം? ബ്രോ ഐഡി റിവ്യൂ ചെയ്യോ? ഐഡി റിവ്യൂ എനിക്കറിയാൻ പാടില്ലടാ അത്. ബ്രോ ഇനി ഒരു 1.5 മണിക്കൂർ കൂടി ഉണ്ടാവും ലൈവ്. എടാ 1 മിനിറ്റ് കേട്ടോ, 1 മിനിറ്റ്. Let's go. ബ്രോ കണ്ടീഷൻ എക്സലന്റ് ആക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ? നോ 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 നോ, എക്സലന്റ് ഒന്നുമില്ല. റാൻഡ് ഇട്ട് കളിക്കണം. എക്സലന്റ് ഒന്നുമില്ല. അതും കൂടി ഇട്ടിട്ട് വേണം 10 ഗോളൊക്കെ കിട്ടാനായിട്ട് ഇങ്ങോട്ട്. ബ്രോ നീ പൊട്ടിക്കും. ഞാൻ കയറും. ബ്രോ നീ പൊട്ടിക്കും. വാടാ. ഇപ്പോഴും കയറാൻ പറ്റിയില്ല ആൽബിൻ. പറ്റൂടാ, പറ്റും. നമ്മ ഒരു ദിവസം ഒരു ലൈവിൽ ഒരാളായിട്ടല്ലേ കളിക്കുന്നത്. കയറണത് വേറെ വേറെ ടീംസ് അല്ലേ, സെറ്റാവും. LPR അല്ലേ പിള്ളേരെ പരിപരിയായിട്ട് നിർത്തണം. തുച്ചാമി $500 ചെയ്തു തരുമോ നിയാസ്മിയ? 500 രൂപ എന്തിനാണ് കച്ചവർത്ത? കളിച്ചവർ തന്നെ വീണ്ടും കയറുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇല്ല ബ്രോ, കളിച്ചവർ തന്നെ വീണ്ടും കളിക്കണില്ല. നമ്മ നോക്കണുണ്ട്. നിങ്ങൾ നോക്കിട്ട് പറയും. ബ്രോ റിവെഞ്ച് അടിക്കാം. അടിക്കും.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. We are just getting started. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
David De Gea, simply because of the remarkable strides
എടാ ഇവൻ ബോൾ തരുന്നില്ലടാ.
and the worldwide respect that now exists from an insecure, hesitant...
Tries a shot! Goal! Milan!
Naps.
There
Hi,
was
bro.
no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the
Tough
keeper knew
gamer ആണ്.
straight away he was never going to get to it.
എന്താ
So, a breakthrough already. Ibrahimovic, Pele, driven in, towering header! It's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
Milan restore parity.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
That's good running with the ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And the shot! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
ഫൗളല്ല, ഓഫ്. എടാ മോനെ സീൻ ബ്രോ പ്ലീസ് അടുത്ത മാച്ച് എൻ്റെ ഒപ്പം കളിക്കും. എടാ അങ്ങനെ ഇല്ലടാ, റൂമിൽ കയറണം ബ്രോ.
Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. And here's Del Piero. He won't be happy with that one. And this is Del Piero.
ബ്ലിറ്റ്സ് ആണ്ടാ
Applies the finish.
പിടിച്ചില്ല.
And for sure, that
ബ്രോ
was
ബൈ
not one of his best.
Well, that always
പോകണം.
looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Bellingham. wasn't going to be fooled. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Tries to pass it through. Cross into the... Oh, great leap!
Good.
But he's left disappointed.
ശബരി വന്ന് നീ ഇപ്പൊ പിണ വരുന്നത് 1:30. നീ പുറത്താണോ നിന്റെ ജീവിതം?
It's not an especially good pass, that. Cannavaro.
ശബരി എന്തേന്നുള്ളവരടുത്ത് ഞാൻ പോയി പറയണത് ഇപ്പൊ.
And it's Michel Platini. Mohamed Salah.
Milan definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Platini! Goal!
രക്ഷില്ല.
Man!
ഈഗിൾ ബൂസ്റ്റ്.
And they get themselves in front!
ഈഗിൾ ബൂസ്റ്റ്.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly
ജോലി
as that,
കഴിഞ്ഞെത്താൻ
it looks
12:30 ആവും.
telepathic.
എന്ത് വർക്കിനാണ് പോണത്? ഈഗിൾ ബൂട്ട്സ് കയറുന്നു. ഈഗിൾ ബൂട്ട്സ് കയറുന്നു.
Milan have their lead. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Rijkaard is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Foot in.
Ibrahimovic really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That's really well manoeuvred. Good ball over the top.
കയറും.
And that signals the end of the first period. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
എസ്എൽഎ ബ്രോ കളിക്കണത്.
Neither side holding back here.
എസ്എൽഎ കളിക്കണത്.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And he's there to belt it away. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, that's fabulous. Crosses it in here. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Roberto Carlos.
Milan may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Davids. No, he is not giving anything away. Good play on the left-hand side here. And no, that was never going to make it. Davids. Pele conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Girassi. Now it's Bellingham. Now this could be a chance.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Davids. Just about up to 75 minutes. Vieira.
Hey, hey, hey.
Chance here to counter. He's in plenty of space here. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul.
എത്ര കളി പൊട്ടിയെന്നാ കൊറേ കളി പോറ്റടക്കേ രണ്ണുമില്ല.
And he's going to have his name taken.
എടാ എല്ലാരും
He stayed down.
പൊതുവെ വാച്ചിങ്.
He's in very
എല്ലാരും ലൈക്ക്
obvious
അടിക്കും.
comfort here.
എല്ലാരും ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കും. എല്ലാരും ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കും. ഇതായിട്ടാണ് ഇത്ര. കുറേ കളി തോറ്റി. എണ്ണില്ല. ഇങ്ങനെ ഡ്രോയൊക്കെ ഇനി പിടിക്കാൻ നോക്കാം.
Substitution.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
സബ് ഇറക്കണായിരുന്നു അല്ലേ? ശരി.
Pass is just off target.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Very
പാസ്പോർട്ട്
clear
മതിയായിരുന്നു.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Bellingham, played out wide, knocks it into space. That has been cut short.
There will be
So just one extra minute for stoppages. Rijkaard gets across. That's that, the end.
തോറ്റടാ. ഇനി അവൻ വന്ന് നോക്കുവല്ല.
Many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but
കൊള്ളാലോ.
judgment
ഫോർ
counts for nothing
വാച്ചിങ്
here.
കയറിയല്ലോ.
At the
വാച്ചിങ്
margins,
കയറി അതേപോലെ തന്നെ
was
പേടാ.
decided.
കുഴപ്പമില്ല. മതി.
Any reflections on what you've seen?
റിങ് വെച്ച് കളിക്ക് ബ്രോ. അജ്മൽ റിങ് എങ്ങനെ വെച്ചിട്ടും കളിക്കാൻ പറ്റണല്ലോ ബ്രോ. എല്ലാം ട്രൈ ചെയ്ത് ഓരോ.
Their character, and that's beyond regress.
എന്താടാ
My thanks to
ബ്രോ?
Joe.
ഐ ഡി
Otherwise, wish you a very good
ഇൻസ്പെക്ട്
evening.
ആക്കുവോ? കളിക്കണതിൻ്റെ ഇടയിൽ ആക്കി കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ എല്ലാവരും കോഡ് ഇടും. എല്ലാവരും നോക്കേണ്ടി വരും ബ്രോ. കളിയിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ കയറുമ്പോൾ നോക്കാം. കയറുമ്പോൾ ഇങ്ങനെ എടുത്ത് നോക്കാം. റൂമിടല്ലേ വെയിറ്റ് ആക്കി. അവൻ 9,000 റാങ്കുള്ള പ്ലെയറാണ്. ഗുഡ് 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 ഗുഡ്. ടീമൊക്കെ നോർമലാണ്ടോ? ഫ്രീ ടീം. എങ്ങനെയുണ്ട് എൻ്റെ കളി? ഗുഡ് കളി ബ്രോ. ആരുമില്ല നല്ല എപ്പിക്കായിട്ട്. ആകെ ഡെൽപിയറോ മാത്രമുണ്ട് പ്ലാറ്റിനി. ബാക്കിയെല്ലാം ഫ്രീ കാർഡുകളാണ്. മാൾഡിനി ഉണ്ട്. പിന്നെ 2-3 പേരുണ്ട് കേട്ടാ അറിയാത്തത്. വിനിയുണ്ട്. കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ഈ ടീം വെച്ചിട്ട് അവൻ അത്യാവശ്യം ഈ റാങ്ക് എത്തിയില്ലേ? ഇവനാണ് കളിച്ചെത്തിച്ചതെങ്കിൽ ടൈ റാങ്ക് അക്കൗണ്ട് മേടിച്ചാണോ എനിക്കൊരു സംശയമുണ്ട് ബ്രോ. ആയിട്ട് ചെയ്യോ പ്ലീസ്? എടാ മിണ്ടാണ്ട്. അബു EF അബു ഇപ്പമാക്കാനാ? ഇൻസ്പെക്ട് ആക്കാനാ? എടാ അങ്ങനെ ആക്കി കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നെ അതിന് തന്നെ ഇരിക്കേണ്ടി വരും. ഞാൻ അങ്ങനെ തുറന്നു നോക്കി ഇതാവും. ഞാൻ തന്നെയാണ് ബ്രോ കളിച്ചത്. അതല്ല പറഞ്ഞ 9,000 റാങ്ക് എത്തിച്ചത്. തമാശ. വിഷമിക്കല്ലേ ബ്രോ? ഐ ഡി വേണ്ട. എന്തോരം ഐ ഡിയാണ് വരുന്നത് നോക്കി. കളിക്കട്ടാ. ഇത് പുതിയ ഏതാണോ ഞാൻ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയത്? പുതിയ റൂം. ഒരു മിനിറ്റ് കേട്ടാ. ഇനി വേറെ ട്രിക്ക് ഉണ്ട്. നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് പെട്ടയാക്കാനായിട്ട് ഒരു ട്രിക്ക് ഉണ്ട്. കേറ്. നിർത്തിയതല്ല ബ്രോ. കേറ് 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 കേറ്. റൂമ് റൂമ് റൂമ്. അടിച്ച് കേറിക്കോ. ഇപ്രാവശ്യത്തെ റാങ്ക് 9000 ഇത് ഇറങ്ങാൻ ചാൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ ഇല്ലടാ, ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ. ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ. റസ്മിയ, ഷാനു ഇപ്പൊ നോക്കണില്ലടാ. നീ മിണ്ടാണ്ടിരിക്കടാ കുറച്ചേരം. ഇതെന്നെ പറയാണ്ട്. എന്റെ ഒപ്പം ആരേലും ഉണ്ടാ കളിക്കാൻ? ആരുല്ലേ? ഹംദ ബ്രോ വരുമോ? ഡിവിഷൻ 1 ആവൂല. ഡിവിഷൻ 1 ആവൂലാന്ന് ഞാനുണ്ട്.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous
ഒലിവർ
evening.
VS
The skies are
ഒലിവർ.
clear, the noise is fervent, the
ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കണം.
atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Red and black wherever you turn.
ഡിവിഷൻ 1 അങ്ങനെയല്ല ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത്. റാങ്ക്
Certainly up for this one.
ഡിവിഷൻ 1 തന്നെ ഒരു
So it's down to business here.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers and keepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn.
That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? Milan really could have done without this.
റെഡ് അങ്ങനെ കിട്ടിയ.
This for the lead. 1-0, just one winner. Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
ഏയ് 1800 നിനക്കൊരു ചാൻസ് ഉണ്ട്.
In the script.
800 നിനക്ക് നിൽക്കും ഒരു കളി തോറ്റാലും. സീനില്ല. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് തോറ്റല്ലേ പ്രശ്നം.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Oh, it's Batistuta. Oh, he's having a go!
ഏ
Oh, glorious!
വാൾട്ടർ
Antique goal!
ചെട്ടിയാര
A finish of true class!
ആള് മാറി കയറിയ.
And they're back
ഏതാ
in
ഗോള്?
front.
ദേ കണ്ടില്ലേ ഗോള്?
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Scholes. He'll try from distance. Neymar.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now.
He's having a hit. That is a gem from Julie. sumptuous finish and
കയറിയവർ
absolutely
വീണ്ടും കയറണമെന്നില്ല.
they are purring.
എനിക്കെന്താണ്
Truly
നെറ്റ് ഇഷ്യൂ
purring.
ഉണ്ടോ ബ്രോ? നെറ്റ് ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ട്, നല്ല ഇഷ്യൂ
And
ഉണ്ട്.
that is a
അതല്ല ഞാൻ ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി
chance.
കളിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നില്ല, ഞാൻ ഡിവിഷൻ കളിക്കില്ലടാ.
He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Borussia Dortmund now in a position far more desirable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Julie
എൻ്റെ അടുത്തല്ലേ അപ്പൊ നെറ്റ് ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ടോന്ന് ചോദിച്ചു.
threads one in. Eto. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
ശരി,
Guardiola.
ഒന്നില്ലെങ്കിൽ അവിടെ സംസാരിക്കും, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇവിടെ സംസാരിക്കും, എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒന്ന് ചെയ്യും. ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി കളിക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു ഗ്രൂപ്പായിട്ട് എടുക്കലേ
Julie going forward.
പാവം ഞാൻ.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. The referee's awarded a free kick. There's a quick free kick. In with the challenge. He's under a lot of pressure there. And this is Neymar. He's found a way through. He's found some space. Can he finish? And a neat finish. With half-time at hand. Perfect timing. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense of
Julie!
Added time.
And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
സബ് ഫുള്ളാക്കിയിട്ട് എന്തിനാണ് അങ്ങനെ കളിക്കുന്നത്?
And
ഇറ്റ്സ്
this
കം
could be
ബാക്ക്.
the final action of the first half. Rijkaard attempts a clearance. Pele gets on his bike and on the move. Not much subtlety about that challenge. He's gone for goal. And that is the end of the first half.
ചായ കുടിച്ചു.
Oh, well, the pickings certainly
എന്താ
have been
മോനെ,
rich in this first half.
സമയം
Well, I can
എത്രയായെന്ന്
tell you
കണ്ടില്ലേ?
it's been a wonderful watch,
ഇപ്പോഴാണോ
Peter.
നീ
I'm
ഇതൊക്കെ
not complaining.
ചോദിക്കുന്നത്?
The goals just seem
ഇങ്ങനെ
to
പറയണ ആരാണ്
keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
So that's it
ഞാൻ
for the
പറയണ
first half,
ആരാണെന്ന് അറിയോ?
and everyone takes a
അറിയോടാ,
well-earned rest.
അറിയോ.
So right back into the action.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Beckenbauer. Pele can see things others simply cannot. And it's Ibrahimovic. He's on it. Can he get away? They're urging him to shoot. Oh, shooting chance! And he hits the net. What
Attevin, yes.
remarkable powers of recovery.
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot
Strawberry.
more to add.
Goes for a shot! And that would have been some goal.
Villa really showed what he brings to this side there. A fantastic effort, even if the defence seemed half asleep.
Now it's Pele. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
80,607.
Eto, he's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Pele. Scholes. He's a sharp little ball here. And this is Batistuta. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund!
എവിടെ കമ്പൊക്കെ അടിച്ച് ഗോള് കിട്ടി. നീ ഇങ്ങനെ സ്പാം ആക്കല്ലേ?
And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
അണ്ണനൊരു കില്ലാടി തന്നെ. ബ്രോ ഒരു ഡയലോഗ് പറയോ? ഡയലോഗ് ഏതാണ്? ഏത് വേണമെന്ന് സൊല്ലടാ. സൊൽ.
Substitution for Milan, number 21.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. A swift reaction then, and the boss opting to reshuffle his defence.
Yeah, and that's not totally surprising. The manager obviously felt his defence needed reinforcement. He can't afford a repeat.
Number 9.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Pedri. Number 5.
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Number 11. Albert Ferrer. Number 22. Bellingham.
I
Substitution
think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Can he get it through? Batistuta's cross. And he's managed to get rid. And it's Doué.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And here's Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Mateus running with the ball.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Oh, that's ambitious. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time.
കളി
This
തോറ്റടാ.
one's gone and the game is over. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the
ഇതെന്താണ്ടാ
contrary,
സിനിമ
perhaps
പേര്
a
കളി
fair
എവിടാ?
result on the balance.
ബൂം ഹിയർ. ആ
And now,
What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Milan absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painfully exploited, and
തബരി.
that's left plenty for the
ഏട്ടാ.
manager to think about. A painful reminder of.
നീ എന്നെ തോപ്പിച്ചല്ലേ? ന്യൂറു കേറ്. എല്ലാരും ലൈക്കടി. ഇതിലടി കണ്ടോ ബ്രോ? പീക്ക് മൂവി പെയ്ഡ്. ഇല്ലടാ, അതിലടി കണ്ടിട്ടില്ല. വാഴ കണ്ട് നിർത്തി ബ്രോ. ഒരു അശ്ശി അല്ലമ്പ് വർത്താനം പറയാനാണെങ്കിൽ നീ മിണ്ടണ്ടാട്ടാ. കണ്ണാപ്സൊക്കെ എനിക്കുണ്ട് ഇവിടെ. ശരി. സൈക്കോ ഗെയിമർ ബ്രോ, 1 മാച്ച് വരുന്നു. ഇഫ് യു വിൻ സൂപ്പർ ചാറ്റ് 100. സൂപ്പർ ചാറ്റ് ഇല്ല. ഡബിൾ ടച്ച് ആൻഡ് ഷൂട്ട് ഏറ്റവും അടിപൊളിയായി ചെയ്യുന്ന പ്ലെയർ ആരാണ്? ഈ ഫുട്ബോൾ പ്ലെയറാ? റുമിനിങ്ങ. ജീപ്പേ. ജീപ്പേനോ? ഉണ്ടോ? നീ ഒന്നും തന്നെ നീ കേറി കളിക്കാൻ നോക്ക് കേട്ടാ. ഫോർലാൻ പെസ്സില യുണൈറ്റഡ് അല്ല. ഫോർലാൻ അടിപൊളിയായിരുന്നു.
Hello and welcome one and all.
ഇപ്പ
The atmosphere building very
വലിയ
nicely
ഇത്
here.
തോന്നണില്ല.
Gorgeous, gorgeous evening.
ആറ്റിറ്റ്യൂഡ്
The skies are clear, the
പെസ്സിലുണ്ടായതിനേലും
noise is
കുറച്ചും
fervent,
കൂടി
the
എഫക്റ്റീവായി ഇപ്പ.
atmosphere frenetic.
ഫോർലാനായിരുന്നു
Peter Drury,
പെസ്സിലത്.
and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. We're up and running then. And he's gone looking for safety. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Berbatov. Bullish header! And that's what you call
പെസ്സിലെ
inspired
ലിവർപൂൾ
goalkeeping.
ടോറസ്
But those
ആയിരുന്നു
that
പൊളി.
clearly thought he
എൻ്റെ
had a beat
ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല.
on the keeper.
എൻ്റെ ഫോർലാൻ ഉണ്ടായി, ബാറ്റിസ്റ്റൂട്ട് ഉണ്ടായി, ഐക്കോണിക്.
Going face to face with his great rival. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's picked his way through, and he's heaved it away. Now, can they get him away? Neymar gets flagged offside.
Pro friendly if you win 50 rupees you pay. Amar.
And here's Mbappe. Just eases him off the ball. Milan
Oh.
so far providing no real
ചലഞ്ച്
threat at
വെച്ച്
all for
കളിക്കാനുള്ള
goalkeeper.
സെറ്റപ്പ് ഞാൻ ആയിട്ടില്ല. ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിന്നെ ഞാൻ പരത്തി
Red
വിട്ടാനെ.
card is the team's
ഏത്
great visionary.
അത്
Looking to play him in. Great ball and he's in
മനസ്സിലായിട്ടുണ്ട?
here.
അത് പക്ഷേ
Oh, that was nice.
ഇതാരാ
Not
കളിക്കുന്നത്?
quite the end product required.
That's really well
ഇത്
done.
നമ്മുടെ
It's just the type of run
മുത്തുമണി.
you need. Off the shoulder
ഓൾഡ്
of
ഈസ്
the last
ഗോൾഡ്
defender.
മുത്തുമണി.
Stay onside.
Neymar. Not the most accurate pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
എന്തുട്ടാഗിരിയേട്ടൻ്റെ സെറ്റപ്പ്.
A bit predictable.
സെറ്റപ്പ് ഒന്നുമില്ലടാ. കാലത്ത് മുതൽ വൈകുന്നേരം വരെ ജോലിക്ക് പോടും. ജോലി കഴിഞ്ഞ് വന്ന് കുറച്ചു നേരം ലൈവ് ഇടും. അപ്പം നീ വിചാരിച്ച്
Bellingham. Hazard.
തിയേറ്ററിനാണ് ഞാൻ.
Receives it in a good position
തിയേറ്ററല്ല
here.
ഞാൻ.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was
ഇപ്പം
no way
ലുക്ക്
through.
ഉണ്ടെന്നുള്ളൂ.
And here's Hazard. Neymar. Strong challenge.
നെയ്മർ സീത്ത എന്ത്
Definitely
പരിപാടി
wide.
കാണിക്കുന്നത്?
Nicely weighted ball. Brilliantly cut out. Rijkaard. Bellingham. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's a key interception. Van Dijk attempts a clearance. Pass is just off target. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised.
എന്താടാ ഇതൊന്ന് ഫൗളല്ലേ?
McAllister
ഞാനൊന്ന്
tearing after the ball
ടാക്കിൾ
here.
ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അതിന് 100 കാർഡ് കിട്ടും.
Tries to pass it through. This looks promising. And he's in. It's
എടാ
Ibrahimovic.
പഴം ഷോട്ട് അടിച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ കയറണതായിരുന്നല്ല.
Hakimi gets it away.
എൻ്റെ കയ്യിൽ
There's his chance to lead the
ഇവർക്ക്
counter. Howson. And it's half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So very little to report. Nothing indeed in terms of goals scored.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs a
ടെസ്റ്റിലുള്ള
combination
ആ ഒരു ഭംഗി ഇതിലില്ല.
creativity.
ബുള്ളറ്റ് ഷോട്ടൊക്കെ
There's so
അടിക്കുമ്പോൾ
much you can do with all that industry by just adding a
നല്ല
little bit of
പവറിൽ
skill.
കയറുന്നത്.
So we reach
അതിൻ്റെ
the halfway
ഐക്കോണിക് റഷ്
point,
ബോർഡ്
and
ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's
ഇത്
0-0.
മതിയായിരുന്നു. ഈ പെട്ടോ പോലെ ആയിരുന്നു. പെട്ടോ എങ്ങനെയാണ് കളിക്കുന്നത് അതേപോലെ ആയിരുന്നു ഐക്കോണിക്. അതിലപ്പുറം വരുന്ന ഐക്കോണിക് റഷ് ബോർഡ്. ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി വരുമോ? ഫ്രണ്ട്ലിയൊക്കെ വരും.
So into the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Now it's Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's a promising position. Oh, that's fabulous. Shoot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Milan have taken the lead.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
And it's played forward. Milan still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break.
The attendance for this match was
Neymar. Oh, that's well spotted.
80,113.
So Jim, what are you thinking?
Milan are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Shoot! What a save from Peter Schmeichel! And it's Rice. Looking for the run. Decent chance! And there's a goal!
ബ്രോ എൻ്റെ കൂടെ ഫ്രണ്ട്ലിയാ.
A two-goal
നിനക്ക്
lead,
പരത്താനല്ലേ
and
എന്നാ?
firmly in control. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Milan are stuck in central station, and they might find a fast track out wide if they care to look.
Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Neymar. That's good running with the ball. Now it's Hazard. And it's Neymar. And he's being shifted off it. Can he get it through? Now it's Berbatov. Looking for options for movement.
ഒരു രക്ഷയില്ലാട്ടാ. റഷ്മാൻ ആൻഡ് റൂമിനിങ് നല്ല കോംബോ ആയിരുന്നു. പിന്നല്ല, പക്ഷെ റൂമിനിങ് ഉണ്ടായില്ല.
That's been cut out, well played. Well, that is not the best ball.
Added
And
minutes
he
have
offers
been
an
indicated.
apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And that is as far as it goes.
അൽഫോൺസോ ഡേവിസ് അല്ലേ?
Well, that was a
അത്
frustrating
സിങ്കാടായിരുന്നു.
game.
അവന് ഡബിൾ ടച്ചും പണ്ടാറൊക്കെ കൊടുത്തിട്ടാണ് ഇറക്കിയെന്നോണ് ആ കാർഡ്. ആ ലെഫ്റ്റ് ബാക്ക് വെച്ചിട്ട് എൻ്റെ ഒരു അനിയനുണ്ട്, അവൻ അടിപൊളിയായിട്ട് ട്രിപ്പിൾ ചെയ്തായിരുന്നു ഡേവിസിന്റെ കാർഡ്.
Milan desperately failing to impose themselves.
കേറടാ, കേറ് കേറ്, എല്ലാരും കേറ്. എല്ലാരും ലൈക്കടി. ഹോൾഡർ എല്ലാ സ്കില്ലും ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഓടിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിടിക്കാൻ കിട്ടൂല. അതില് ബെക്കാമൊക്കെ അടിപൊളിയായിരുന്നു. ബസ്സിൽ ബെക്കാമൊക്കെ അടിപൊളിയായിരുന്നു. പിന്നെ ആരാണ്? സ്കോൾസ്, ജെറാഡ്, ഇമാതിരി ടീമിന്റെ ഒക്കെ അടി നല്ല രസമായിരുന്നു കാണാൻ. ഇങ്ങനെ ബൂം പറഞ്ഞു പോയിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ ഒന്നുമില്ല, ജെറാഡൊക്കെ പഴം ഷോട്ടറിന് അടിക്കുന്നു. പഴത്തൊലി പോലെ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒഴുകിപ്പോവും. റണ്ണിങ് അടിച്ചാലും കാര്യമില്ല. ലൈവ് ഇട്ട് എത്ര വാച്ച് അവർ കിട്ടുന്നു? ലൈവ് ഇട്ട് അങ്ങനെ നിങ്ങൾ വിചാരിക്കും ഗംഭീരായതാണ് ഇത്ര മണിക്കൂർ ഇടുമ്പോ അങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടെന്ന്. പക്ഷെ എല്ലാരും കണ്ടിരിക്കൂലല്ലടാ. ചിലവർ വന്ന് കുറച്ച് നമ്മുടെ സ്ഥിരമുള്ള പിള്ളേർ മാത്രമാണ് റൂമിൽ കയറാനായിട്ട് കുറച്ചേരം ഇങ്ങനെ. അപ്പൊ എല്ലാരും ഇങ്ങനെ ബാക്ക് അടിച്ച് കോഡടിച്ച് അങ്ങനെ ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ അല്ലേ. ബാക്ക് അടിച്ച് ഒരു കളി കഴിയുമ്പോ വരും. അങ്ങനെ വന്ന് നോക്കി പോണ അങ്ങനെ ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെയാണ്. അധികം ഒന്നും കേറൂല വിചാരിക്കണം. ഞാൻ എന്തോരം ദിവസമായി? 3 മാസമായി. ഒന്നായിട്ടില്ല.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
എന്റെ ജെറാഡ് ഇപ്പോഴും തീയ. വാ,
നീ
കേറി കളിക്കാം. ജെറാഡിനെ ഞാൻ ശരിയാക്കി തരാം.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special. That ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
And it's Lopez. He's on it. Can he get away? He's having a hit! He's having a pop!
അടിയോടടി,
And he looked every
അടിയോ അടി.
keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. And now a sudden chance to counter. Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Vermin. Pele. Great ball and he's Mateus.
ബുള്ളറ്റ് കളിക്കണ്ടല്ലേ, മറ്റേ സംഭവമാണ്
Mateus clearly
പിടിച്ചുള്ള
thought he
കളി.
had the beating of the keeper.
ഇഷ്ടല്ലത്.
Corner number 2.
കുഴപ്പമില്ല, ഇതുവരെ ഗോളൊന്നും അടിക്കാത്തതുകൊണ്ട് കുഴപ്പമില്ല.
go back here. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Milan are looking to go forward now. Raya gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Rijkaard makes the interception. Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Ambitious ball here. Oh, that's well spotted. Rijkaard. Davids. And here's Mbappe. Oh, he's having a go!
Oh.
That was superb goalkeeping. Mbappe
അഖിൽ
must be thinking
എം
what he has to do to score
അബി
there.
അടിച്ച് ഉറക്കുന്നെ.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Pele receives it in a wide position. Oh, well played, well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, given away. Now Mbappe.
There will be
It's
one
loose
more
now and
added
they want to
time.
get it back. Vermin.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And this is Inzaghi. Oh, good spread. And for the first half, that is that.
Press holder
It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any
YouTube
means.
live
The
now.
intensity levels are
എടാ
there.
ദുഷ്ടാ,
Just like that telling breakthrough moment.
ലൈവിലൊന്നും കളിക്കലടാ.
The midway point of the game.
Milan certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half,
എല്ലാവരും
especially
ലൈക്ക്
the
അടി
way they were able to
പ്ലീസ്.
turn it on in the last few minutes.
ലൈക്ക്
You can see
അടിക്കടാ
them coming
കുട്ടന്മാരെ.
out with more menace,
അയ്യോ കളി തുടങ്ങി.
more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0. And there's the shot!
ഓ
And that is doing no harm at
ചെറുപ്പു
all.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give
Kudu.
you nightmares for a while.
KN വെൽക്കം കുടു അഖിൽ.
Great defending, strong and determined. Mbappe! And he's got away from it. Goes down, but nothing given.
അതങ്ങനെ
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He won't be happy with that one. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got...
Shot, surely!
തങ്കപ്പൻ ഷോട്ട് അടിച്ചല്ലോ.
Decent shot!
ആ
It's a goal!
ബൂസ്റ്റർ മാനേജർ കൂടി ഇല്ലാട്ട് ഇനി മറ്റവനും മാതിരി എന്നായിട്ട് വരപ്പിക്കണത്. ഞാൻ അങ്ങനെ
Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the number one contender, and he's done it again.
And no, he's seen through all of that. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Now it's Inzaghi. Now it's Shevchenko.
എടാ
This is Inzaghi. Big chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again. And that's a good finish.
നെയ്മർ എടുത്തെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചേ.
No way back.
കാർത്തികന് നെക്സ്റ്റ് ഞാൻ കയറി.
And He's only too grateful to
കേറിക്കോട്ടെ
capitalise on the keeper's
കേറിക്കൊട്ടെ
misfortune.
എന്നൊക്കെയാണ് ഞാൻ
That
വായിക്കുന്നത്.
has been drummed into him from such an early age.
കേറാ,
Peter.
ഞാൻ
It
റൂം
was
ക്രിയേറ്റ്
pretty
ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നീ
much second
കയറണം,
nature.
എന്നാലേ
He saw the
നമുക്ക്
keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
കളി സെറ്റാവുള്ളൂ.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so...
എടാ,
Asking for trouble.
ഭാഗ്യണ്ട്.
Manchester United clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
No, it's come to nothing. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Now it's Shevchenko. Filippo Inzaghi, and he's in on goal. Not a hint of offside here.
Has been indicated.
Bellingham conjures time and space where few can. Eto is... Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So
Jill.
it does end all square. Inspiration,
എല്ലാവർക്കും
perspiration,
വെൽക്കണ്ട.
both on show in equal measure. Just not enough
ഇനി
on
കുറേ
either side
പുതിയ
to
വ്യൂവേഴ്സ്
find a
വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്.
winner. Mbappe taking in the
And if you do
accolades,
have
having
the
been
chance
named
today,
man of the
please
match,
take some time out
and
to give your
deservedly so.
support to our better stadium fund.
How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good
like
variety in
അടിക്കടാ.
this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
My thanks
Win
to Jim.
fast.
We both wish you a very good
ഗുഡ്
evening.
ഗെയിം. അടിപൊളി. നീ നല്ല ടീം ഉണ്ടായിട്ട് ഈ ടീം വെച്ച് വന്നാണോ? ഇതാണ് സംഭവം എന്നറിയില്ല. മിസ്റ്റർ മാനേജർ ഒന്നും ഇല്ലാണ്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ അടിപൊളി ഈ ടീം വെച്ച് ഇങ്ങനെ കളിക്കണത് നല്ലൊരു കഴിവ് തന്നെയാണ്. ഗുഡ്രാ ഗുഡ്. നമുക്കൊന്ന് കളിച്ചാലോ? വിത്ത് മൈ കളക്റ്റീവ് സ്ട്രെങ്ത് 3300. അത് എനിക്ക് വിഷയമല്ല. അൻകുഷ് സ്ട്രെങ്ത് ഒന്നും കാണിച്ച് നീ എന്നെ പേടിപ്പിക്കാൻ നോക്കണ്ട. നാട്ടക്കില്ല. എൻ്റെ മെയിൻ സ്ക്വാഡ് ഇതാണ്. ഗുഡ് ഗുഡ്. ഡിവിഷൻ കളിക്കുന്നില്ലേ? നല്ല നല്ല കളി കളിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. റാങ്കില്ലല്ല. 2K റേറ്റിംഗ് അടിച്ച് എന്നിട്ട് അതിൽ കണ്ടില്ലല്ല. ധാരണ്ടത് നെക്സ്റ്റ് സീസൺ കഴിയുമ്പോൾ മാറും. ഈ സീസണിൽ അടിച്ചു വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടെന്നല്ലേ 2K? ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ. കഴിയാൻ കുറേ ഉണ്ട് ട്ടാ മോനെ. തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടല്ലേ ഉള്ളൂ. സമയമുണ്ട് ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ. ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ. ബട്ട് 6 ലോസ് കിട്ടി. ഒന്ന് നെറ്റ് പോയത് 6 ലോസാ. ഞാനിവിടെ എന്തോരം ലോസ് അടിച്ച് വെച്ചേക്കണം നട. പിന്നിനേലും കൂടുതൽ ലോസാണ്. കോള യൂട്യൂബില് ബോട്ട് ഉണ്ടോ? വ്യൂവാ
So welcome
എനിക്ക്
one and all
ലൈവ്
to a
ഇടും
picturesque
മെസ്സേജ്
evening
ഒന്നും
here.
ഉണ്ടാവില്ല ബട്ട്
Clear night,
4-5
all the
വാച്ചിങ്
ingredients for a showcase game
ഇടയ്ക്ക്
that the passionate crowd
ആരേലും
demands.
എടാ അങ്ങനെ
My name's
4-5
Peter,
വാച്ചിങ് എന്ന്
and
പറഞ്ഞു
it's
കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ
great to
നമ്മ
welcome
തന്നെ
you to
ചില
the
വീഡിയോകൾ
first
കയറി
game.
കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിഞ്ഞ്
Thanks
കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ
for that, Peter. And I want to say
മിണ്ടാറുണ്ടാ.
a big hello to everyone.
അത് നമ്മ ബോട്ട് ഇതായിട്ട് നോക്കിയിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല.
Red and
നീ
black,
തന്നെ
wherever
ആലോചിക്കുക,
you
നീ
turn,
നീ
the San Siro
എത്ര ചാനൽ
football
ഇതുവരെ നീ
scene
സബ്
is
ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്,
certainly up for this one.
എത്ര പേർക്ക് ലൈക്ക് അടിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്, എത്ര
If
പേർക്ക്
you have
റിപ്ലൈ
just
കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്.
joined,
അങ്ങനെ
you have
കുറെ
just
പേർക്കില്ലേ
missed the kickoff.
അതേപോലെ ഉണ്ടാവും ചിലവര്
Okay, which player is
വ്യൂ
best equipped
ഇല്ലാത്ത
for this game? Cole!
ഇത് കാണുമ്പോൾ അവർക്ക് മെസ്സേജ് അയക്കാൻ ചിലപ്പോൾ ആദ്യം ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുണ്ടാവും. എനിക്ക് അങ്ങനെ തന്നെയായിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പൊ ഗംഭീര സെറ്റപ്പായി എന്നല്ല.
Eto. Spread to the right. Well, the boss won't be happy about
എനിക്ക്
that at
എന്തോരം
all.
ലൈവ്
They were
ഇട്ടിട്ടാണെന്ന് അറിയോ,
pedestrian
ഒരുത്തൻ ഒരു
in
കമന്റ്
possession
ഇട്ടത്
and carried almost no threat at all.
ഇങ്ങനെ
And it's
50
Carvajal. And
50
here's
വാച്ചിങ് ഒക്കെ
Osimhen.
വന്നിട്ട്
And this is Raul.
ഒറ്റ മെസ്സേജ് ഇല്ലാത്ത വീഡിയോസും.
Chance for a shot. It's in. The first significant strike. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's
എൻ്റെ ലൈവ്
nightmare.
നല്ല
He
ക്ലിയർ
tried
ഉണ്ടെന്ന്
to
പറഞ്ഞു
send
കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ
it
ക്യാപ്ചർ
one
കാർഡ്
way
വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട് ബ്രോ.
and he just slips the
അതാണ്
After 15 minutes is
So the game's first significant moments, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Pele. Oh, this is a terrific run.
ഡബിൾ ടച്ച് ഇട്ടാണ്.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
ഇഷ്ടമല്ലാത്ത കളിയാണത് ഈ സാധനം.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Van Balten defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Pedri, a player who needs no introduction. Approaching the half-hour mark. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Eto.
എടാ
He's been
ദുഷ്ടാ
handed over. That
തട്ടിട്ടല്ലേ.
is a foul. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other
ക്യാപ്ചർ
option.
കാർഡ് നെറ്റ് പക്ഷെ എങ്കിൽ ലൈവ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നെറ്റ് കിട്ടണില്ല.
substitution in progress.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here. And this an opportunity to pull level. Pele! Denied
മാറ്റിയില്ലടാ,
by great
ജീവൻ
bit of
ഗോളിനെ മാറ്റും.
goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Knocks it into space.
Dallas really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Mbappe. Davids. He won't be happy with that one. Henderson is the guilty party there.
കുറെ നെറ്റിൽ കളിച്ച് കുറച്ച് ശീലമാണ്.
And here's Pedri. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Isco.
Two added minutes
Now
has
Costa
been
Curta.
indicated.
And that is out of play.
ശരിയാക്കണം.
Ball's out, it'll be a throw in again. get taken off him. And that signals the end of the first period. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus
Friendly.
far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things
And a quick
lacking.
announcement for the benefit of anybody who
Milan
has found
finding
themselves
themselves
a little lost
behind
today.
by just
Please
one
look
goal
at the screen
at the
for
break.
information on how to find your way
It's been
around
a
this
pretty
stadium.
tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we are back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently
Oh.
loves the contest. And the pass is intercepted. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, good fly! Oh, good finish! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
അങ്ങനെ
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept
എന്താണ്
counter-attacking team. They produce something
Internet വേണോ?
there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
എന്താണത്? എന്ത് പരിപാടിന്ന് കാണിക്കുന്നത്? ആ രണ്ടുപേരും കൂടി സബ് ചെയ്യടാ. 610.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. He's having a pop! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I'll be looking out for the mischievous Danny Carvajal, because I think he brings a lovely balance down the flanks, and he's capable of going both ways. He's added that extra element as well of intelligence, where he's better at...
Bellingham!
പോസ്റ്റ് കടിക്കുന്നില്ലല്ലോ മാരി.
They really should have been made to pay.
കാർത്തിക് ബ്രോ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ഞാൻ
Isco,
അല്ല.
quarter of an hour played. Cole knocks it out wide. Bellingham does well to get it back. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Ibrahimovic. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him, as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
And that's a dangerous ball. Milan have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Isco. He's got away. Lovely bit of skill. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Costa Curta with the slide tackle there. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Nicely shaped ball. That ball looks a good one. Henderson did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And no, he's seen through all of that. Here tries a shot! Raul. And it's Carvajal. Some really good ball movement. Decent chance! Superb from Cole!
Well, what a great goal from a great player. An absolutely glorious strike, just when no one expected it. A real mood changer right on half-time too. Now, all of a sudden, they're going into the break on a real high. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
And for the first half, that is that. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Milan finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And so the action is resumed.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
He's found a way through, and it's played in. Cleared away. Mbappe, and now the breakaway. He won't be happy with that one. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And they've got a throw. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Carvajal. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
And it's Isco. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Pedri, and here's Isco. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Oh, now he can run a chance for a shot! And he's stuck it away. Two up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
രക്ഷയില്ലടാ.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
ഇതിനെ കളിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല എന്നുകൊണ്ടിട്ടാ. ഭ്രാന്തനെന്ന് ആരുല്ലേ? അവരൊന്നും പറയണില്ലല്ലോ. സോനു സോനു മോനി. ആരും ഫോം അല്ലല്ല, എല്ലാരും ഫോം ആക്കാൻ പോണി.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
Against Belgium.
This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
A San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So things are underway. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
ലാഗാണല്ലോ
He's never
പുള്ളി.
the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, nice touch. Rodri. Knocks it out wide. And this is Messi. Great chance!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Mbappe out towards the flank. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Pedri. And he's there to belt it away. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now can he find a finish? Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Pedri. Mbappe, he is onto this.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's picked his way through. Can he finish? But he's left disappointed.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Still goalless. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. And this is Shevchenko! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Oh, he's bustling through here. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Pedri. Pedri was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Dembele. Now it's Shevchenko. No, that's been intercepted. Ibrahimovic. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And it's Messi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Ibrahimovic. Wriggles his way through. And the whistle goes for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
എടാ എന്താണ്ട് എല്ലാ മാച്ചും ഇങ്ങനെയാണ്? അത് ലാസ്റ്റ് മാച്ച് ഉറക്കം വന്നു തുടങ്ങി. നെക്സ്റ്റാ അടുത്തൊരു മാച്ചും കൂടി. ഈ മാച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞ ഒരു മാച്ചും കൂടി, അതെ ഞാൻ നിർത്താം. വരുന്നില്ല. അത് വരുന്നില്ലല്ലോ കളി. നേരം എടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ വരണേ? മതി. എന്തുവാ ബ്രോ? ആദിൽ ഖാൻ ബ്രോ പറയ്. എടാ ഈ കളി കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഒരു കളിയും കൂടി കളിക്കാം. അപ്പൊ എനിക്ക് 4 മണിക്കൂറാവടാ അതല്ലേ? ഇരുന്ന് വയ്യാണ്ടായി.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So we're very much on the way now. Pedri running with intent. Now that looks a decent ball. Eto receives it in a wide position.
Any attack containing Raul is a frightening sight for any defence.
His record's a frightening sight.
Well, when you think about it, most of his ilk will put themselves before the team. But Raul is different and has a greater appreciation for all that and likely to put others in before himself.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Belgium clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Cafu. Oh, what has happened here? Davids.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet because neither attack has turned up.
Now it's Eto. Eto charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Davids. Pedri. Nicely weighted ball. Roberto Carlos. Cross flung in towards the middle. Cafu. Raul. Rijkaard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Shevchenko. Messi. Cafu. Now it's Eto. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Raul. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
അബി ബ്രോ വീട് എവിടെയാ? കൊടുങ്ങല്ലൂര് അറിയോ? തൃശ്ശൂര് കൊടുങ്ങല്ലൂര്.
And it's Messi. Great vision. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And here's Raul. Cafu. And this is Raul. Raul cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Not the most accurate pass. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pass is short and sharp. Oh, good spread. Crosses it in here. And that was very necessary. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means.
17 കയ്യിലിരിക്കുന്ന BGM തുടങ്ങാം.
We've just lacked that
BGM എനിക്ക് വെറുത്താണ്.
To inform you now that the latest
Some first half
transfer
thoughts?
information is
Well,
അങ്ങനെ
simply
കളിച്ചിരുന്നാണ്
put, They haven't been good enough to trouble the
മതിയായി.
opposition. They need to play with more
കറക്റ്റായിട്ട് എന്നും
urgency.
കളിക്കാനായിട്ട് കറക്റ്റ് 4 പേരുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ടൈം പറഞ്ഞ് കറക്റ്റ് ഒരു 9 മണിയാകുമ്പോൾ കയറി, അല്ലെ 10 മണിയാകുമ്പോൾ കയറി 1 മണി വരെയൊക്കെ കളിക്കുമായിരുന്നു. 3 മണിക്കൂറൊക്കെ കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് ആയിട്ട് 2-3 വർഷമൊക്കെ കളിച്ചിരുന്നു. നിർത്തി. ഈവൻ്റൊക്കെ വന്ന് അലമ്പാക്കി. പിന്നെ കൂടെയുള്ളവന്മാരൊക്കെ ഓരോ ജോലിക്ക് ഓരോ സ്ഥലത്തേക്ക് പോയി. ഗൾഫിലൊക്കെ പോയി രണ്ടുപേരും. അപ്പോൾ
Substitutions taking place.
അവന്മാർക്ക് അവിടെ നിന്ന് കളിക്കാനായിട്ട് ഭയങ്കര പാടാണ്. നമ്മുടെ സ്ക്വാഡിൽ
So
കയറിയിട്ട്
we're underway for the second half.
ഭയങ്കര പിങ് ഇഷ്യൂ,
Well, I suppose
VPN
from a
പരിപാടി,
defensive
അതൊക്കെയാണ്.
perspective, Peter,
നടക്കൂല.
neither manager can be too unhappy.
പിന്നെ
They
എനിക്ക്
just wonder
മടുത്ത്
which
ഈ
team is
ഇവൻ്റൊക്കെ
gonna
വന്നപ്പോ.
up the ante first. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, they've got it again. Rijkaard. Rodri. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Strong running down that left flank. He has found the way through. Now the cross. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick.
ഡ്രീമൊക്കെ റീച്ച് ആവും GTA.
0-0 still. It's a game
ഞാനേ
that has been
ആകെ എനിക്ക്
rejected.
അങ്ങനെ എല്ലാനും പ്ലാനില്ല.
Now has he got the beating of his marker here?
The attendance for this match was
So we've reached the hour mark.
80,314.
Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for
ഇനി
targets.
ഇതൊന്ന്
Very little to
ഇത്
report
തന്നെ
from
നമ്മ
an
ഇപ്പൊ തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടുള്ളൂ.
attacking perspective.
ഇത്
Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think both teams can help themselves massively with better movement up front, Peter. There's just not enough happening at the moment. And essentially, their job is to find space, and that needs to start happening. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And this is Shevchenko. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's got away. Bellingham. Costa Curta. Oh, nicely intercepted. Dembele. Oh, no joy this time. Schmeichel is there to clear.
Belgium clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Foot in. Dembele. Looking for the run.
ടൂർണമെന്റ് കളിക്കണ്ടോ? ഇല്ലടാ, ഞാനേ എനിക്ക് ജോലിയുണ്ട്. ജോലി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഗംഭീര സെറ്റപ്പ് ഒന്നല്ല. ഞാൻ ഒരു ഷോപ്പിൽ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ്. പിന്നെ
So we have movement on both
അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ്
benches.
വന്നുള്ള സമയം മാത്രമാണ് ഞാൻ ചെയ്യണത്. ലൈവ് മാത്രമേ ഇടണുള്ളൂ. ടൂർണമെന്റ് ഒക്കെ കളിക്കാന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ വീട്ടിൽ വെറുതെ ഇരിക്കട്ടെ.
Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball.
Number 7, Eto. Coming on the field, number 2.
Aims beyond the defence, and the shot's on here. Oh, shooting chance!
അല്ലടാ,
Oh, that could be pivotal! Mass euphoria! Ecstasy! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
പിന്നെ നെറ്റ് കുറച്ച് പ്രശ്നമുണ്ട്.
The key element is always pace.
ഒക്കെ
That's
സെറ്റായിട്ട്
what
വേണം.
rips defenses apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And when the manager
നട
called it,
പോയല്ല.
he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Belgium now on the
2
verge
added
of
minutes has
victory,
been indicated.
save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition...
The shrill sound of the whistle, and that is that. Quite a game, and one that was always
നാളെ
on an
പോകണ്ടേ?
edge until
പോണം.
the very final whistle.
നാളെ
No
എനിക്ക്
shortage
9
of
മണിക്ക്
endeavour,
ഷോപ്പിലെത്തണം.
effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to
എന്ന്
show.
തന്നെയാണ് പരിപാടി. ഉറക്കൊന്നുമില്ല.
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Look, Peter, A strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Good. Last match. ഇതും കൂടി കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ലെറ്റ്സ് ഗോ. തുടങ്ങിയപ്പോൾ കുറച്ച് വൈകിപ്പോയി. 10:30 ആകുമ്പോൾ തുടങ്ങണം. ലാസ്റ്റ് മാച്ച് കേട്ടോ. നിങ്ങളൊക്കെ എന്താ പറയുക സെറ്റപ്പ്? പഠിക്കണോ? വെക്കേഷനാണോ?
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. Things already rolling. And here's Eto. Kvaratskhelia carries the ball down the right. Costa Curta cuts out the pass. Now that looks a decent ball. He is through here. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just the supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
In the Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And this is Shevchenko. Bale. Albert Ferrer makes the interception.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers. Don't concede the opener.
Bellingham! Now that wasn't a bad hit by any means.
Well, that was the one I actually thought he was going to produce. It's a good effort keeping it down like that.
And it's Pedri. It's a throw-in. Davids. Now it's Bellingham. He'll try from distance.
Goal.
And how good was that? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. And Milan have the lead. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, for me, you can't fault the keeper there. The effort went in at the widest possible point off the upright. Nothing he could do.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a
Takes the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's played through for him. Bale is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Albert Ferrer gets across to intercept that.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's the throw. Ah, good steal. He just read it. And that signals the end
Magic
of the
effects.
first period. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
And a quick
Milan
announcement today
leading
that
by one
memorabilia
at the
from
break.
today's match is now on sale.
There's plenty
in
of
the
positives
stadium.
to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Milan just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Milan can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing a
Chance for a shot!
Nice.
Wonderful from Ibrahimovic!
പറ്റിച്ചെന്നെ
A finish of true
പറ്റിക്കൂട്ടൻ.
class! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
മരിയോ ഓഫ് പോയി നിൽക്കണം എന്തിനാണല്ലേ?
Executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
ച്ചാ
Well, you might
കാർലോസിനെ
think he
കൊന്നാ.
got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Roberto Carlos is eyeing up his options in the middle.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
Oh, crossbar!
ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ സാധനമായല്ലേ?
That was travelling.
Oh, and the keeper didn't have that coverage, you know. He can start breathing again now, I think.
Davids proves too strong. Now it's Hazard. Can he get on the end of this? And he's certainly onside here. Delivered across. Cleared without hesitation. It's a good run down the right. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. That is good alertness. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Could move up a gear here. Hazard going face to face with his great rival.
Offside. പറക്കണം. നാട്ടം മതി. കഴിഞ്ഞ
Substitution for Milan, number 8.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Bellingham. Number 5, Franz Beckenbauer.
Rijkaard.
Number 11, Albert Ferrer.
Roberto Carlos has it in a wide position.
Hadrian.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Number 21, Ibrahimovic.
Concentration
Number
levels
10,
are very good, and so is the
Messi.
commitment. This
Number
game
17,
could yet yield a winner.
Cannavaro. Number 4, Daniel Van Buiten. Number 20,
And here's Eto'o.
Neymar.
Messi,
Substitution.
he's picked his way through. Messi stood his ground strongly.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both.
It's Eto'o! Davids, who does have an assist to his name.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ronaldinho. And here's Eto'o. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Referee has just said play on. Now, can they get him away? Van Basten. How they wanted to win. They did everything to win, but time has beaten them. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd largely
6000.
satisfied.
Hello attendees, this is a
Your
watch.
reflection,
ടീം ഞാൻ
Sergio.
നോക്കിണ്ടായില്ലട്ടാ.
Milan certainly
അത്യാവശ്യം
had
നല്ല
some
ടീമാണ്.
good moments,
ബ്രൂണോ
Peter.
ഫെർണാണ്ടസ് ഒക്കെ
Plenty of encouraging spells that more
ഡിഫൻസ്
should have been
മിഡ്ഫീൽഡ്
made of.
വെക്കാൻ പോരാ.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to
പുഷ്കാഷ്,
you.
സാമുവലെട്ടോ, ഇബ്രാഹിമോവിച്ച്, കവറസ്കേലിയ എല്ലാവരും ഉണ്ട്. ബാക്ക് ഒഴിച്ച് 10 പ്ലേയേഴ്സ്. രണ്ടാം ബാക്കുകളൊക്കെ ഗുഡ് 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 ഗുഡ്. ഓക്കെ, ടുമാറോ പാക്കലാം. നാല് മണിക്കൂറായി. 3 മണിക്കൂറും 45 മിനിറ്റായി ലൈവ്. ഇനി ബാക്കി നാളെ പ്ലേ. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഗുഡ് നൈറ്റ്. സീ യു ടുമാറോ. എല്ലാവരും നാളെ വരാ. ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി കളിക്കുക, തോപ്പിക്കുക. ബൈ ബൈ ബൈ.